Welcome to Sports and Stogies. Now, introducing your hosts, Cameron Winkowitz and Austin Hayes.
We killed it this year. Me and Cam killed it this year.
Yeah, one guy forgot about it.
Yeah, dude. What asshole forgot about the white elephant?
Yeah, it would have ruined the holiday.
Honestly.
But across the board, we're pretty easy to buy for.
Yeah.
All into the same things here.
A lot of whiskey-related things,
Yeah.
ice molds,
Glassware.
rocks glasses, glassware,
And most
tamales,
importantly, hot tamales.
which will be used tonight.
I didn't know they still made those.
I didn't
honestly.
either.
Did I? But I'll figure out a way to get them into that. I got it. They'll be used tonight.
For one of the rules or punishments.
So first of all, let's start off with a bottle pool, fellas, since this is a 1-2 mini.
Kick it off.
Shane and Austin will be drinking every 20 minutes. I will go over the rules here after our little intro segment, and I will have them step out.
You good? Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Shane, salute. Let's get it started.
At least one of you guys pulls like a man.
Well, I don't have that much to drink off of, so I kind of have to...
I think half a bottle of bourbon for you is probably good enough.
Yeah, but even if you get done, I mean, pulling out Austin's bottle isn't a bad thing.
That's true. What are you drinking on tonight?
So I have Turkey 101 Rye. Nice and easy and proofy enough.
You will need to be drunk to drink that because rye is naturally spicier.
True, but turkey's really not. This is much sweeter. I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
But especially after half a bottle of regular 81 proof turkey.
So we will definitely be doing drinks every 20 minutes. Here after about 10 minutes or so, once we go over some intro stuff,
I have a beer as well.
I will ask the fellas to step out and go over their personal rules with you guys, which I think I did pretty well on. I will be mediating, still smoking a stick, of course, but we got a fun show.
I can't wait. I love things that are more off the wall like this. A lot of non-sports talk.
Dude, the 1-2 mini shows are like my favorite things to do.
We've been here for one of them, so
It was so fun,
let's
though.
get a streak going.
Dude, the fact that you remembered to grab the heaters for after the show...
That was the one thing you made very clear that you wanted.
Yeah, I know. But we also did make that we were doing a white elephant very clear.
That wasn't as clear.
Eh.
That might have not been said on show.
Just hang on to these.
I'm going to be so real right now. The cup that Cam got me, I had also forgotten about the white elephant, except for that blanket that I brought. So I went to Meijer looking for this exact cup because I saw it there.
I like the rocks glass set.
Yeah.
They look good displayed in the garage, I think.
Okay.
So that works out.
I thought I did well.
Any notable actual Christmas gifts over the weekend? I know
Dude.
we got some new stuff for the studio here, including, for the first time ever, even though you're not in front of it and currently, your firefighter sign.
Because you are
Congratulations.
I am.
officially a firefighter.
I appreciate it, boys. It took a lot of work.
You were very concerned, very worried about that, but
He got a better score this time than the first time.
I did.
to neither mine or Cam's surprise, you passed with flying colors.
I did. There was
Well,
not flying colors, but I passed.
They were colors.
if you pass it, it means you pass it with flying colors.
Exactly. I was more stressed about this than the EMS test, and there was way more on that.
Yeah?
Yeah, way more. It's just
How
with
long did this one take you? I know it got postponed. You said it was at 11, then it got moved to 2.
Oh, no.
I was out of there probably about 2:30.
That's
Wow.
like icing the kicker, dude.
Oh, I
You got
know.
to sit and think about it for 3 hours longer.
Well, no, what I did is I just opened up a Quizlet and did that for 2 hours.
You did.
I did.
That's devotion.
It really, dude, I really felt confident going in, and in the first question, I was like, I've never heard of this before.
Whoops.
Everything resets.
I don't know what I studied, but it wasn't this.
No. And I talked to everybody after the test, and that was like the consensus was that a lot of the questions were just like, oh, yeah, dude, we know this. And then some of it was just a completely different language.
That's how most tests go, though. Even like back in
Yeah.
5th grade chemistry or whatever you take in 5th grade. So that's one great new piece. We have a new bourbon sign on Cam's side. Weekend forecast: cigars with a chance of bourbon.
Shane's side for tonight.
For tonight,
Don't say that.
Since I wanna keep control of the time with the shots and all that stuff.
You're where you need to be.
Yeah, for now.
One
now.
cool cigar lounge side over the window, and then of course my favorite piece, one of
Yeah,
my favorite
I
gifts
think
of
the
all
show
time.
consensus favorite
that
piece.
is one of the coolest pictures I've ever seen.
A portrait from my grandma of my great grandfather on his wedding day. Stogie lit in his mouth. His boys all got a shot of something.
And it's like, I love it because the frame's too big.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite vintage style
Yes,
picture.
great vintage aesthetic. Fits the aesthetic of the show perfectly. That made me think, how similar we would have been at that age. From like 1953, I think.
That would have been us if that was Cam's wedding. Absolutely.
We did the same thing at Cam's wedding.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Some things just never change.
1953.
So if I ever do get married, God forbid, we'll have to recreate that shot.
Yeah.
But for now, great addition to the studio. And then some new SNS glassware for both me and Cam.
Absolutely.
Thanks to Uncle Sean.
Beautiful. Thank you, Uncle Sean.
Definitely some smokes, a couple bottles. Micah Parsons jersey.
I've got
my first Dallas jersey ever, actually.
I've got 3 Notre Dame hoodies now.
I see one today, yeah.
One of them is on. The other 2 are more like the dry fit navy blue. Love them. This one's like the looser. The other ones are like not lounging ones.
Yeah.
Like you're going out, moving around. This one, lounging around the house.
Comfy. Yeah.
Yeah. I do have something I need to bring in here. It's Kentucky Wildcats.
Hey,
I got a custom wood Deadpool dartboard.
I did see that picture.
That is
pretty
sweet.
And it says Cam's Cave on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some heavy duty anchors for that. And it came with darts too, like real metal tip
Steel
darts.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 of them have the Canadian flag, I think. Or it might be British flag. And then 3 of them have American flag tails.
Love it.
So,
dude, when you sent me that, I was just so impressed by it because I've never seen anything like that. Like, I don't even know where someone would go to look that up or like have the idea to look that up.
I know Shaylee's mom found it, and she's been super stoked about it for like a month.
Dude,
rightfully so.
Yeah.
I know her parents got us a safe for the house.
Got to have one of those.
Absolutely.
Nice. Some fire extinguishers.
Didn't have one yet?
Value. We had one. I thought we did at least, but we have 2 now.
Should help your insurance too, actually. But I got a discount because they're like, you got a fire extinguisher, right? I'm like, yeah. Like, oh, $7 off your, yearly rentals insurance.
Yeah, I did pretty well. Got some action figures for the man cave. Got a Magneto helmet.
The Magneto helmet was so cool, dude.
I was going to mention my favorite thing, not just from you, but of the entire Christmas season, is the picture of you in the Magneto helmet.
From Christmas Eve.
I'm trying to talk him into doing his live streams with it on.
I could.
At least one.
I'd have to buy earbuds.
Yeah.
But since I have the standalone microphone now, which I sound on stream now just as good as I do here.
If not better, dare we say.
Yeah, that mic's quality. Yeah, I did. I made out pretty well. Got some whiskey rocks. Got molds, whiskey ice molds that are a W. Just sick.
Again, how do you find those? How do you Amazon,
no
right?
idea.
That's not something you just like see in Target or Meijer. We got a new...
I do have a trick for ice molds, the silicone ones. Put them on a paper plate when you put them into the freezer, because then they'll go completely even. They won't get messed with by your tray at all.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
And then when they solidify, you can take the plate out and then let them harden the rest of the way.
You got a classic OCM type ashtray here that a couple of our guys have. Me and Uncle Sean both got the same thing for each other.
Nice.
Which he knew he was getting one. I did not.
Oh.
So I opened it. I was like, I got the same thing here.
Nice.
Yeah, so plenty of good stuff for the show and for us here.
All right, so real quick, I'll ask you guys to step out of the room so I can go over the rules with the audience, and then we'll get into the show.
We'll do a pause here?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So we will be right back, or I will be right back after this. All right, everybody, I am back. It is just me, your host, Cam, for this One Too Many. And I'm going to give you guys some rules, so if you would like to play along, this is what you need to be listening for. For Shane, we're going with ill-informed opinions. Something he wants to say. Maybe he doesn't have any statistics to back that up. Anytime Shane says bro or brother, and then anytime Shane says or give a little leeway there. I'm not going to make him drink every time. But I also have Austin saying bro or brother. This one, you'll just have to take my word for it. But giving Shane a cockeyed look or like a cocked eyebrow, anybody who knows Austin knows probably when that's going to come. And then the last one is anytime Austin stutters. So all the rules kind of play into each other because if Shane gives an ill-informed opinion, Austin's going to give the cockeyed look. So hopefully this makes for a very fun episode. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring the boys back in. So I will be right back once again.
All right, we have returned back to the studio here. Feeling warm yet after one bottle pull?
Not yet, not yet.
It should be 3 or 4.
I think so. You ready for this?
I'm stoked. I can't wait, as usual.
Ooh, dude, I really want to know what the rules are.
The only thing I'm a little, not even nervous because obviously I trust Cam, but the first time I'm not kind of steering the ship as much on the show.
Yeah.
A little different, but once the pull starts setting in, we'll be good to go.
It'll flow. It'll flow.
Now, before a couple things here, your smoke's out of the way. Shane is smoking tonight.
I am indeed.
Tell us what you got.
I have the PDM Shade. I haven't had it yet. I've been told a lot of good stuff. It's going to be like a desserty type stick, which I really like.
For sure.
I smoked a little bit of it. Pretty sweet. I can't really put my finger on what I'm tasting yet, but I like it.
Of course, it's by J.C. Newman. Goes for like $7-8. Great value stick.
Yeah, dude, for a $7 stick, not bad at all, honestly. I like it a lot.
Cam?
I've got the Allegiance, but is it EP Carrillo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, stick I've had before. I believe I've had it on the show.
I think so. It's been a while. I've had it once before as well.
But it is a very good stick. So.
Of course, from the December edition of the Tip Top Smoke Emporium,
Bingo.
Cigar of the Month Club.
Can't miss.
Which there is now a premium level of that as well, which is like 7 high-end, top dollar kind of sticks.
For how much?
I want to say that's $40 a month.
That's really not that bad.
Oh, you're getting incredible value.
Because if you're going to buy 7 sticks anyway, you're getting high quality ones for $40 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
And I have, to wrap up the year, the oldest stick that was in my humidor. The last of the J.C. Newman Diamond Crown Black Diamonds. The 6x52.
Delicious.
Connecticut Havana Seed sun-grown wrapper. Then a 5-year aged Dominican binder and filler. Made exclusively for these sticks by Fuente. So undisclosed as far as the actual, leaves used, but 5-year aged, and just for this stick, it's pretty big time. It goes for about $20 usually.
Bless you, Shane.
And I order these
I appreciate that.
I think in June.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
No,
I
not at all.
got one Davidoff left. Got waiting to smoke with Mike for his yearly smoke of those,
Yeah.
and I think that's it from that order.
It's not bad.
No,
I think it's time to go into our best of the year list.
I would say so. And this is a consensus list that we have here. Do we want to start from number 5?
We're going athletes first.
Taking it away. I love it. Captain Shane in the seat.
He gets in your
Dude.
chair and starts getting that host energy.
I do. It's better than my desk
I think it's
over
because
there.
your mic's already just right there.
Yeah, and I can just
You don't
talk
have to move
freely.
as much. You're locked in.
Exactly. See, like where Cam's at right now, that would be comfortable right here to talk.
Well, this is how I do it when I'm over there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like leaning back.
Yeah, so do I. And then when I want to talk and say stuff for a long period of time, I
You
like good
go
posture.
to the mic.
Yeah.
Because why you want good posture is because your voice projects better.
Does it?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I sound the same right here. Do I?
Maybe you sound the same, but you definitely feel better.
Eh.
That's why everybody, watch anybody with a mic ever. No one's leaning back, except maybe Matt and Shane on their podcast on the couch. But
Oh, dude, they're
other
sinking
than
in
that,
couch.
you're sitting up straight and projecting. So, top 5 athletes of the year, not counting UFC fighters. Of course, we did that last week.
Yes, we did.
5 spot, we're going to go Tyreek Hill.
It's hard not to put him on here. I mean, he's on pace to have a 2,000-yard season. He didn't do what I wanted him to do for me in fantasy last week, but then again, nobody would. I lost by 50.
He was a little banged up, too.
Little bit.
Yeah, dominant in that offense going back to this time last year. On pace for 2,000. Might not get there now after the injury.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough.
Yeah. I don't know who they play the next 2 weeks.
He's, 350 short?
I think so. I think he's right around 1650-ish.
If anybody could pull out
It's
350
him.
in 2 weeks, though,
Yeah.
especially if they try to feed him.
Yeah, hopefully.
But you think week 18, there's nothing on the line. Maybe they play it safe, especially if he is still kind of banged up
I mean, the 1 seed could be on the line
for a
in
couple
the
teams.
AFC.
Yeah.
It definitely could be.
So, yeah, yeah. Hopefully, but I don't think we see it.
I don't want
until
to.
next year.
Maybe next year. If MVP wasn't a quarterback-only award, I mean, it very well could be Tyreek Hill.
Lamar took over as a slight favorite now,
He did.
but CMC and Tyreek are right there.
Speaking of favorites, did you see the guy that sold his Brock Purdy ticket from when the odds were like plus, I think, 1,000? He had already put 20,000 on it. He sold the ticket for 125 right before Purdy played the Ravens.
Smart decision on his part. Yeah.
Wow.
Got to know when to bail.
Yeah. The guy that bought that ticket is kicking himself right now.
Yeah, most likely.
Could you imagine?
No.
There's no way. You're thinking, oh, there's 3 weeks left of the season. I've got this.
I mean, Purdy could go on a tear. They're still going to be battling for the 1 seed in the NFC.
Once again, if anybody could regain MVP voting,
It would be Brock Purdy.
it could be the best offense in football, or maybe
Yep.
second best. Number 4 spot for us is Ronnie Acuna Jr., NL MVP this year, stole 9,000 bases the first year of
Give or take.
pitch clock and bigger bags. And then not even just counting, take base running out. Still hit 330, 40 bombs. Played good enough defense. Even though they got bounced early in the playoffs, Acuna had a career year for him and pretty much anybody else,
Yeah, very great year.
except one guy.
yeah,
We'll come up here in a minute.
We'll come up later, yeah.
Number 3.
We're going Christian McCaffrey. It's unspeakable what the guy is doing for the 49ers offense.
10 touchdowns in 10 games last year, not counting playoffs, and already 21 in 15 games this year.
I think he's had a touchdown every week except for one.
The streak was broken, finally.
Yeah. What was it, week 15 that he didn't get one?
I think he had like 14 straight.
Yeah, the last non-quarterback to win MVP, I believe, was LT with 27 touchdowns total.
He could do it.
So,
in a down quarterback year.
and before that, it was AP with like, what was it? It's like 2,500 yards or something ridiculous
I think
like
it was
that.
AP.
However
and
the
then LT
order
before.
went.
Yeah.
However the order went. And he's close to both.
And in terms of, true actual value, you can't just plug anybody back there.
No, you can't. You
No
can
matter what people think about, just throw in any bum and they're going to put numbers up.
Yeah, like you can say that sometimes with quarterbacks, like a system quarterback is a thing, but there's no such thing as a system running back.
And they've built a system around CMC.
Yeah. Is that one of Carolina's worst decisions ever, letting go of him? Or is it the worst decision?
No. I mean, they had to. They weren't in a spot where what would they have gained from keeping him,
Something. Something on a team where your tickets are 45 cents a game.
Go ahead and take a drink, Shane.
Take a drink?
Yeah.
Oh, I know the rule already.
I know the rule.
Yeah. I don't think you do, but
No, I know the rule.
what is it?
It's got to be saying something that you guys don't agree with.
No.
Bad take.
Bad take?
Nope.
That was my guess. Also, it could be from 5 minutes ago and just let it sit. Number 2 is, of course, the man who's now $700 million richer, Shohei Ohtani.
I also did say, I told Austin, I'm going to be pretty loose with the rules at first.
Okay.
And as the night progresses, I'll tighten them up a little bit.
So it could be something that I did like 5 minutes ago.
And
We
we're
don't know.
2 minutes away from a standard pool.
Ooh.
So
Okay, all right. Getting 3 in the first 20.
Well, unanimous MVP yet again, 2 years running now. Even taking away, you almost want to separate Shohei the hitter and Shohei the pitcher.
you could take away either, and he's still the best at that position.
Yeah.
Whether it's hitter, DH, or pitching.
Led the league in slugging, OPS, on base, OPS plus, 40 bombs, and still pitched every 5th day for the most part, and led the league in strikeouts per 9.
Yeah.
The same guy.
Unreal.
And number 1, of course, Cam.
Nikola Jokic.
Wasn't even close for me.
MVP, finals MVP, champion, carrying over into this year. Guy's a beast.
He only averaged 24.5, 12, and 10 last year on all-time efficiency,
Correct.
And every
And-
single year, it's all-time efficiency.
and he's only
Correct.
improving on that now.
Yeah. The craziest thing is that the guy doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, he just comes and treats it
It's
like a 9 to 5.
dude.
Yeah.
You just got to go to work.
Off the couch, I'm going to go out here and put up 35, 15, and 12.
Is there a career comparison? Like maybe LeBron?
No, LeBron puts in so much
He
work.
does.
No. But I'm saying, like, as far as what he does on the court.
Oh,
Like, in my lifetime, I think LeBron's the only other person that I've been mesmerized by.
I
To this
really-
level.
in terms of a well-rounded game, like there's been guys like
Because like Kobe, great,
or like Jimmy Harden when he was scoring 45 a game.
great.
But to be that well-rounded and do that many things and completely
And
control an
somehow
offense
get better every year.
and to control the offense as a big man especially.
I can't think of anyone, especially with like his entire attitude, because he genuinely does not care. I can't think of a single player that can come off the couch and be the best player.
I wouldn't say he doesn't care. That's almost an insult.
He definitely cares, but I think his character
Yeah.
is that he doesn't care.
Yeah.
There's some guys where basketball is their life.
Yeah.
Like Jokic, imagine if Jokic was like the Thompson twins. Where all his off time, screw horses, he's studying film and
Yeah.
of everybody all time. And the fact that he
There's
doesn't even have to
definitely-
do that.
There's definitely been no big man in my
No.
lifetime.
Yuga Shaq was more dominant, but in different ways.
Yeah, I mean that's the closest, right? Just the level of offense that can be produced from one player. Probably
Jokic is
Shaq.
arguably the best passer in the game.
Yeah.
Correct.
As a center. That's just absurd.
I mean the assistronaut still there,
Who?
but the assistronaut
His
Tyrese
name's
Halliburton?
not on Basketball Reference.
It
Not
is
yet.
not.
not yet. The more I say it, the more likely
They'll catch
it's-
on.
I mean they got to pull from random places anyways. I'm sure this will come up in
Somebody's
their AI search.
One intern's job is to go just keep Googling Tyrese Halliburton and find any kind of link
Wait
or
for a
comment
nickname. Dude,
for a
just start,
nickname coming in.
start posting about him on like Instagram and just keep calling him the assist or not until you get a couple likes on one of your posts.
Little
Then
traction's
it'll
all
be
we
on
need.
there.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, SVP saying it on SportsCenter. You're on TikTok and Nick Wright saying, you know, guys, the assistronaut.
I'm suing.
Yeah, you should.
Trademark it
Trademarked
right now. Yeah.
All right, we're at 2 minutes here, right?
Yeah, go ahead and pull.
Shane, down the hatch.
Here we go, brethren. That was a better pull than last time, Shane. Love
And
it.
Audible also.
Yeah, love to hear it. Gotta let these people know that they're actually doing pulls here.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or if you want me to back off or.
So no, that was fine.
Okay. Okay.
Is Shane getting offended? A rule?
No,
Passive aggressive. He thinks we're being passive aggressive towards him.
nope. That'd be.
That'd be a pretty good rule.
Just pull the whole
We'd
bottle
need
right
a
now.
couple more bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now
Also-
we're gonna do best comic. Of the
I
year.
am proud of Shane for not having SoCo this time.
Correct.
Yeah. Well,
We're going Turkey and Monster instead.
the monster was a I need to stay awake before I get there kind of move because I've been up doing stuff all day long.
See, we have 4 other top 5 or top end of the year kind of lists, which I'm stoked for. Let's start off with let's go best movies, best shows, best comic, or best special.
Let's go. Let's go. Best movies.
My 3 you guys already know.
We
Correct.
do.
Shane's, I don't think I do.
We
don't talk film a whole lot.
Not a whole lot, and I think that some of these are going to surprise you.
Fire away.
Okay, so for number 3, I had to throw it in there because it was so different from everything else in the series.
Scream.
And no, not Scream.
Hmm.
I did like that movie though,
I know you did.
but Saul X
Okay.
because you were,
I do recall you taking about that. Yeah.
yeah, we're so used to Kramer being like the objective bad guy that seeing him and like he's actually not the worst person in the room for once is crazy to me.
And to keep it fresh after the 10th movie, right?
Yeah. And then all of the callbacks to everything else, because like in the timeline, it takes place in between the first and second movie. So like all of the characters from back then are back in it.
That's nice.
It's really nice. And the fact that, hold on, had something in my throat. The fact that they just keep upping themselves in the traps somehow after like 20 years, and it's still making me like look away from the screen.
They do get.
Especially now where we're so desensitized to most things.
Dude,
Yeah.
To actually make you squirm in 2023 is pretty impressive.
okay, since we're doing like talks about film,
Well,
it's
don't
not
spoil anything.
it's not a spoiler. It's been out for
It's been out long
months.
enough. Come on.
It's on Austin's list.
I'm not worried about spoilers. If you guys have not seen Saw X yet, fast forward that's
Yeah.
30 seconds or so.
There is a trap in it where this girl has to take a like metal piece of string and cut her leg off from like mid thigh.
Oh.
But that's not even the worst part. After she does that, she has to take like a suction tube and suction the marrow out of her own bone. Like that was hard to watch. And that's the first trap in the movie.
So they're leading off with that.
They're leading with that.
Did
Who
they?
is the guy that comes up with these ideas?
Oh my God.
Got to be a boardroom. If they're just one guy,
Somebody's pitching it though. They're
Somebody
picking his
is.
traps every time.
Yeah.
But
Like,
then
what does that guy do in his free time?
like we came in, we have no notes because we know, John over there's got 3 bangers lined up.
John's been plotting about his ex-wife for like a week. But there's another trap in it where this guy has to perform open brain surgery on himself. That's hard to watch too.
Also, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
What a pimp.
He didn't.
Whoa, spoilers now. Come on.
So one of my top 3 is Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Who would have thought?
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
By far the best Transformers movie live action they've released.
See, that's crazy to me that you're putting it over the first one.
Dude, I'm telling you, watch it.
It's on the list.
It's so good.
Now, there's a lot of movies I haven't seen yet this year, and I do typically have a lot more of the, art house, indie stuff compared to you guys. But my 3 here are all subjective bangers, objective bangers. Starting with one of my favorite franchises, definitely the best action franchise of all time, John Wick 4.
John Wick. Expected.
Don't you just want to be John Wick?
Yes.
For us especially. I mean, the class.
Everything besides murdering people every time.
They're all bad guys,
They are. He's the good guy.
Yeah, but I just don't want to kill that many people.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to either, but
Maybe once.
push comes to shove.
That'd be cool, like once.
The
Like,
4th time around, he's got to keep doing it. Yeah, same thing like
at
Saw.
what
Like,
point does it become a chore?
the
It's
fact
just
that
to murder an entire
it's
mafia.
the 4th one now, and they keep adding new, fresh stuff to it. It's not getting stale. They keep upping the
It-
set pieces.
Again, seems impossible.
Yeah. And also, it goes so far that Keanu actually does all that. Like, you've seen his training videos, right?
Yes. He's an absolute stud.
He might actually be John Wick.
And game changing with the flip reload,
Off.
because John Wick invented that, and now it's being used in tons of other films, probably real life.
Yeah, probably like actual military training.
Oh, yeah. They're doing that at, what are they called? ROTC.
The monkey bars.
Everybody's trying it at least. Yeah,
Dude.
the gunplay, the jujitsu, the fighting, the cars, the finer things, the alcohol and the
Yeah.
smokes and the great suits. What more do you want?
It's amazing.
And
You
Donnie
can't ask
Yen
for much
as
more.
his
Yeah.
adversary / kind of partner there. Stole the show for sure.
Number-
Love John Wick 4.
Number 2.
Number 2, I had the newest Hunger Games movie, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Okay.
Absolutely phenomenal. I wasn't expecting much, but it's almost like an origin story for President Snow.
Yeah.
And the entire time seeing what made him act the way that he acts and like all of the contributors back then, and then seeing how what happened to him impacted like what we know happens in the newest movies is crazy.
I will say also probably one of the better callbacks to the books
I didn't get to read that book.
than the Hunger Games. I mean, the Hunger Games series in general.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of backlash from the fans on these ones.
No.
Honestly, I think Cam is maybe the only person who, when it comes to comparing books to movies, I trust your opinion. Because you've typically read the
I've
books
Read everything.
and love the books
yeah.
and hold those in very high regard.
Yeah.
So if you say it's true to the source material, I could take your word for it.
Well, I forget her name, but the author is like a huge stickler. Like they made in the original movie, the cat was the wrong color, and she made them go and find the correct color cat for a 2-second scene.
I like that. Having
Yeah.
the author actually involved.
Yeah, she's heavily involved. But that movie was just an absolute masterpiece. So good.
My number 2 is going to be the new Spider-Verse movie.
I forgot about animated stuff.
I'm going to keep it very brief. Austin hasn't seen it. He plans on watching the series, but it was phenomenal top to bottom. The animation, just that new animation style was amazing. Honorable mention, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that used a similar animation style. That movie was also amazing. But it's just like watching a comic book, really, is what it is.
And also, because everyone's doing multiverse stuff, to do it and keep it fresh, and keep
Tastefully.
it entertaining, and
Yeah.
keep it
the
where it makes sense.
Spider-Verse is so good.
Yeah.
So I watched a breakdown of like the different stuff that they did for the animation for that. And you know how like Spider-Punk's movement looks like super different from everyone else?
Yeah.
It's because typically animation studios will do every like 2 frames, they'll animate it. Spider-Verse, they did like every 5 for him, every
Yeah, they
6
changed
for-
it.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Everyone's movement looks different, and they made the movement of that universe the same as their Spider-Man.
It's so much work too.
It's so cool though.
It's so cool. By far the coolest animation I've ever seen in my life.
And I've heard so many people say that. Like the two best, or maybe the best animated franchise of all time.
Probably.
Not too far off. I can't think of a better animated franchise, honestly.
No. Shrek, dude, come on.
In its own right.
Shrek 1 and 2 for sure.
All of the Shreks are really good. To be
1 and
honest.
2 are very high bar, though.
They are.
Agreed. The third was just, it felt a lot more fun.
I agree.
Was that the one with Rumpelstiltskin, or is that
That
the
was
second
Forever
one?
After.
Okay.
So Shrek the Third is where Prince Charming and Fairy Godmother take over, right?
Are they back in 3?
Is that
I know in
3?
2 they go to Far, Far Away and meet her parents and Fairy Godmother
Shrek,
and
well,
Charming.
maybe it wasn't Fairy Godmother because that's the potion scene.
I haven't seen 3 since probably like it came out.
But yeah, Shrek the Third, they have Prince Charming takes over Far, Far Away, and it's all like propaganda against Shrek. And like the final scene is them acting out a play, and Shrek breaks out from his stuff.
I just recall one scene that I'm pretty sure was from 3 when he's like having a dream, and the kids and he wakes up. I think they're on a boat, and the kids say some weird creepy line.
Yeah,
that stuck with me.
Yeah, because King Arthur, or they go to Camelot.
Yeah.
In Shrek the Third. It's fun,
but not quite as good as Spider-Verse. My 2, no shock, Killers of the Flower Moon, which you guys have still not seen yet.
We haven't.
I will be watching.
Phenomenal,
it soon.
so good. I think it's on Apple Plus.
Is it?
Yeah, I think because they partnered with that was how they got developed.
Oh.
I actually have Apple Plus on my TV in the garage, so I'll put this pipe into good use this weekend.
Great pipe
Dude.
movie. It's like 3.5 hours, but never drags. Very well paced. Heavy as hell, but so well shot. Incredibly well acted. Another top 5 probably from Leo,
Top 5?
which is saying a lot. This guy's guy's great in every movie he does.
Yeah.
Like every movie that comes out is a top 5 Leo movie.
Especially because he's so choosy with what he picks. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
name a bad Leo movie.
What's your favorite Leo movie?
got to go top 10.
Leo movie or Leo role?
Leo roll. We'll go Leo roll.
Leo role, I think is best. Honestly, was Eating Gilbert Grape.
100% agree.
That's up.
In my opinion, close second, Inception.
Yeah, adult Leo. There's no wrong answer.
Dude, Gatsby. I thought that movie was great.
Didn't love the movie, but of course he's great
Him
in
in
that.
it was phenomenal.
Shane's best movie of the year.
I said Knock at the Cabin.
Which
It
I
was
never,
really good.
never would have guessed.
I loved that movie.
It felt like what was that? Oh man, what was Jordan? The
Get
first
Out?
movie. Yeah, it felt very similar to that.
It did? I didn't think it was like as political though.
No, and then at some point it kind of felt like a comedy in some places, and then it was like, no, this is a thriller, bud.
This is
Yeah.
M. Night, right? With Batista?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going to get some wild stuff.
Yeah.
The premise
It's
is
so
it's-
crazy.
you would like it.
You think the same thing about like Saw, who comes up with the traps? Like, how does M. Night keep
Yeah.
thinking of these bizarre twists and
I
stories?
think you would like it a lot.
I'm sure I would. I mean, he's hit and
Just
miss with me, but
because
yeah, I've heard
it-
it's classic M. Night.
It is a thriller. It is gory, but there's an underlying premise throughout the whole movie too that doesn't get made clear until the very end.
You know what it kind of reminded me of? Was The Mist.
Man, maybe the most demoralizing ending of all time.
Yeah.
It's tough to watch. I said that in theaters. I'm like, this reminds me a lot of The Mist. That ending was rough.
Save it, because I definitely want to check it
Yeah,
out.
you need to watch
Is it on any?
I think
streaming?
it's on HBO.
Both of you guys are due for a pool.
Hell yeah. Based
Not
on time
time-wise.
or rule?
Rule.
Love
We
it,
haven't
love
broken
it.
any rules.
We just did.
No,
Or at some point.
you don't get a pool for not breaking the rules.
Oh, I didn't know if it was time or not.
I'm going to make a little caveat on one of the rules too, because it's in the same category, but I forgot to add it as one of the keywords.
Do we have any shared rules?
Yes, and they all kind of coincide together.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
So like they're different rules, but him doing one will trigger you to do one.
Oh, I like that. That's great.
When
game
do we
mastering?
When did we find out the rules? Wasn't there like a timestamp
Gotta be
last
late.
time?
Gotta be late.
2 hour.
2 hour. Okay.
A little bit when we get in the AMA stuff, all that kind of thing.
Okay.
Again, he's the man in charge.
Yeah. I don't know why I asked you like you knew.
Whether I know or not, I can't make that call.
That's true.
I'm not in charge tonight.
You're not.
Cam's number 1.
Shockingly, Austin solo pool, real quick.
Ooh.
Even better, boys.
One,
And again, no repeat rules.
You would never be able to guess this because you're not expecting. It's kind of a dumb rule, but even the fans won't know. They have to literally just go off of my cue.
Okay. Is it a physical thing then?
Maybe.
Something only you can see. Okay. Is it being the best dressed guy here?
Exactly.
You'd be drinking all night.
Sexy red
long,
jacket
fella.
tonight, by the way. You're one.
My number one movie was the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
I forgot that came out
Strong.
this year. It felt
That
like it was
movie-
so long ago.
It felt, as somebody who's never played Dungeons and Dragons but understands the premise, where you have to change the plan on the fly, you have to just make decisions quick. It felt like it wasn't scripted.
Yeah,
And that's a really hard way to make a movie feel.
it is. Especially
is.
like a fantasy movie like that.
And like the story, and then things would just change. And then
Chris Pine.
Yes. He would just be like, well, I'm the plan maker, so here's the new plan.
Got to react, adapt.
Yeah, it felt so reactionary, which seems impossible in a movie, but unreal.
That movie is what made me want to start playing Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I had no interest in it before that. I randomly just threw the movie on the TV while I was just in bed.
You should play Baldur's Gate 3.
We were talking about that.
Even Dungeons and Dragons fans are saying that's as close as you can get.
Well, my buddy that I work with, he does like massive campaigns. He's in the middle of one right now, but I'm joining the next one, and I'm so hyped for it.
We almost got into Papa K's.
We
at one
almost
point.
did.
It's just too much of a time commitment for me.
It is. And also, like, I feel like, and I'm sure the game master would take care of it, but I feel like I'm not creative enough to
No,
contribute
they
to that way.
very do guide you.
They
sure.
do.
And when they set your mission and they give you the setting and everything, it's very easy just to say, well, I want to go here. What's in that cave?
Let's find out.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not as much as, the dungeon master has to be very creative. You're responsible for creating your character.
Yeah.
And figuring out his mannerisms and all that, which is very creative in its own right.
Can mine just be Tommy DeVito?
Probably, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it
he
could
just
be.
got sat,
The
though.
true Italian stallion? Yeah, I was upset he got benched.
Yeah. I mean,
Way to go,
Tyrod Taylor's not horrible, I guess.
Yeah.
But you can't bench a young guy like that, especially when you're not playing for anything.
Well, it's
And-
not like you're benching Bryce Young, though.
Austin's favorite movie of the year,
It'd be pretty obvious,
Oppenheimer.
of course, without a doubt. One of the best in-theater experiences.
Yeah.
There's one sequence where they first test the nuke, right? And it's pitch quiet. And you see it blow up, and you know the sound's going to come in. But they draw it out for like 20 seconds. And then, in IMAX especially,
Yeah.
it's like you were there.
Cillian Murphy is very quickly starting to climb the charts on my favorite actors.
Should be best actor this year. Finally get to see him in a leading role,
Yeah.
Correct.
where a lot of the movie is
Well,
just
Peaky Blinders, he was the lead
for TV, which he's
but-
so good in that.
Oh, man.
And then imagine if you've seen Peaky Blinders, he couldn't be any more opposite of that character.
Exactly.
He's so stoic, not violent and reactionary.
Based on intelligence and science.
Yeah, he should win Best Actor. Robert Downey Jr. is so good to see him post Iron Man play
Yeah,
a character not like Tony Stark.
correct.
Probably going to win Best Supporting Actor there. Best Score of the year, looked incredible. Of course, Nolan does everything for real, no CGI.
And it was insanely not even top heavy, but it was just star studded.
People come in for 2 seconds. Like Gary Oldman plays Truman for one scene, like 3 minutes.
Insane.
Gary Oldman didn't have to be there,
No.
but when Chris Nolan calls and says, "Hey man, I got a job for you,"
You answer. There's not a
of
single
course.
bad Christopher Nolan movie.
same thing. Like with Leo, name the worst Chris Nolan movie. And to
You
combo that with how big of an event it was with Barbie this summer,
Yeah, Barbenheimer.
the biggest thing outside of like Endgame, which had so much hype and all the Marvel stuff, like
Yeah.
the biggest event at the cinemas that I can remember at least.
See, I don't buy physical media, but I've been really toying with the idea of buying the 4K Blu-ray version of that.
I want that just for the behind the scenes stuff too.
Yeah. Because, like, the fact that Christopher Nolan was actually allowed to blow up a massive bomb for a
Yeah.
movie is insane.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, clear one for me. I can't wait to watch it again.
Let's move
Hopefully they'll release it
on
back to like IMAX because seeing it in
to-
person is just unreal.
Comic.
Are we going top 5 or we just listen
Number
to comic?
1. I have one.
I've got
Number 1.
Typically, I have 2, but some honorable mentions.
I have 2. I'm going to say Mark Norman and Shane Gillis.
Both very good. Definitely honorable mentions. Shane is my number 1.
Yeah.
But my special is going to throw you guys for a loop, I think.
I'll come back to that. So I got to mention Joe List. Fan of his this year for the first time.
I love Joe List, dude.
So good. And probably he's like the surprise of the year for me because I didn't really know Joe List prior to 2023. Norman, of course, Sam Morrill, and Nate Bargatze. My 1, of course, is both Matt and Shane comboed.
I feel
And
like
then, because he wasn't a stand-up, but we both love him, it's my favorite comedy show, Tim Robinson.
dude,
For
Yeah.
I Think You Should Leave.
he is so funny.
He's hilarious on podcasts, too.
Because he keeps playing the character.
Yeah. He never did you ever get to see the one bit that I told you about with the band audition?
Oh my, it's so good.
Dude, it's so funny.
It just makes you jealous of, again, how you can even think like that.
I don't think I quote anything more than Tim Robinson.
If you look at me and my sister's group text, probably 90% of all the talk is just references to that show. But in real life situations. It's like it applies to what you're actually talking about, but you're still quoting the show.
Yeah.
Pool fellas, 20 minutes. Also, I want to do this one with a tamale.
Okay. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. The Timmy Robinson quote for you.
It's simply too good.
I'll never forget. I think actually last One Too Many show, we watched I Think You Should Leave After the Fact.
Tamale is going in.
I've not had one of these in probably maybe ever, but in a long
I
time.
don't think I've ever had one.
And I hate cinnamon too, so this is just not my forte.
What do you think?
Definitely not my choice of pairing.
Who enjoys that right there? That you're eating?
Nobody.
You have to love cinnamon.
Where did you find those, if you don't mind me asking?
That my grandma put them in my stocking.
She thought you'd like those?
There was M&M's, Oreos, Sour Patch Kids, gummy bears, and then hot tamales.
Honestly, not as bad as I expected.
No, I remember them being way worse from when I was younger.
Yeah, not as strong.
It kind of just blended into the hot from the liquor and added a little bit of cinnamon to it.
Next time we'll take 2, chew, and then drink.
Okay.
See how that works.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's akin to like toothbrush or toothpaste and OJ.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's go specials then.
Okay.
I got Fat Rascal by Stavi.
Dude, I loved that.
Brand new.
That was my honorable mention.
I've never laughed consecutively harder than watching that special.
I watched that special while me and Thomas were drinking, celebrating the whole me passing my fire test thing, and I was like hysterically laughing through the whole thing.
Plus, I love how Stabby laughs at his own jokes.
And I'm happy.
Like, authentically, too.
I'm happy that he's getting past the "you only do crowd work"
Yeah.
allegations. Because I know when I used to talk about him, you guys would be like, "Oh, I'm not really fans of crowd work." So
He does good crowd work, though.
He does
does.
actual jokes.
he does.
So we were excluding that from not being a fan of crowd work.
I love Stavros, but it's no shock my number 1 is Beautiful Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mine's both Beautiful Dogs and Speed of Light from Matt.
yeah.
Which impressed me more because, like I told Cam, we hadn't seen Matt do stand-up.
No, we'd never seen solo Matt before.
We
and
knew
Matt
Shane
was
could do it, and
amazing.
it was great. But to see Matt come out with a full hour special out of the blue and kill it,
Yeah, this has been the year of Shane Gillis.
in addition to being the funniest podcast out there by far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great
listening-
year for the dogs.
Listening to them and Sam Talon and Howie Mandel talk about their nuts for like 45 minutes just cracked me up.
And
Dude.
did you watch the one was just Matt and
I haven't
Mullen?
yet. I don't think.
it's wild.
No, wait. Is that the most recent one?
Newest one. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
have
seen
not
it yet.
Yeah, it's definitely like imagine they're the same person pretty much.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours of just existential out there philosophy
Correct.
talk. It's so entertaining.
I think
Yeah. Great year for comedy overall, honestly.
it really
is.
has
It's
been.
booming right now. for
Surprised
sure.
none of us went Matt Rife. As special was just so good.
It was
So riddled with
Did you
great
get through
jokes.
it?
no
Okay.
How long did you make it?
10
I had
minutes.
6 minutes and I tapped out.
I think Austin told me he had 6 minutes, and I just counted that as my 6 minutes.
Cam tried to make it.
I made it 10, but I was on my phone for 5 of it.
That checks out.
I
yeah.
never even turned it on.
And I'm never a proponent for cancel culture, but if there was one guy I wouldn't mind getting canceled, Matt Rife.
Not even based on the content, just because he's not funny.
No, he's not funny. But he's done some shitty stuff. Like, I saw a clip on TikTok that, like, this girl that he was dating, he came onto her podcast and acted like he didn't know her at all.
It's actually kind of funny.
That is kind of funny.
Honestly.
No, but, like, not in a funny way, like in a douchey way.
Well, it's Matt Rife, so yeah.
I
Comedy can only go so far.
Yeah, if there was anyone that I've seen rise to stardom and then just absolutely shoot themselves in the foot and have no fan base, it's
Ian Gary.
Matt Rife.
Ian Gary, for sure.
He's up there,
now
too.
we move on to best TV show. I'm going with The Last of Us.
My clear number one, yeah.
Honorable mention Percy Jackson, but there's only 3 episodes.
Still going, yep.
I don't know if either of you guys have seen this. If Last of Us isn't number one, it's called From.
That movie, or that show is amazing.
It is.
Yeah, I've heard
so
I
good.
believe either you put me on that or I put you on that.
No, I put you on that because I was watching it at home when it was like included in your like free trial of Prime stuff.
Yeah, that's another one of those like M. Night.
Yes.
You have no clue what's happening, what's going to happen
Correct.
next.
If you were
It's like a stuck in a time loop show.
yeah, if you liked Lost, then you would like this.
I'm due for a Lost rewatch.
Love Lost.
Yeah. It's very Lost-esque.
Shout out Loki. I know Ian Campbell loved Loki.
Correct. Honorable mention for sure.
But Last of Us was just a different level.
It's so good.
Whether you played or liked the games or not, doesn't matter.
Doesn't
so
matter.
good.
Pedro Pascal, phenomenal. Bella Ramsey, phenomenal. And for me, at least, episode 3 with Nick Offerman,
Phenomenal.
Yes.
probably the single best episode of a show I've seen all time.
Yeah, it's up there.
We can be completely honest here. Did we tear up?
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty much the
Yeah.
entire time.
Okay,
Not
good.
even tear up, straight bawling at
Yeah.
points.
I didn't cry, but I
Well, you never cry, though.
I cried.
Lion King.
Lion King
That's
get
the only
you?
thing
Every
that will get
time.
you.
Every time?
Don't be surprised.
Every
I mean,
single
of course, Lion King gets you.
I
It's-
tear up,
it's
but I've never like
every
full
time
on
sobbing.
cried at Lion King.
Every time sob.
Also due for a Lion King rewatch.
The only movie that's ever made me cry.
Yeah, I'm much more liberal when it comes to what does make me tear up.
Goodwill Hunting gets me every time.
Dude, I watch those scenes probably twice a month.
I
Yeah.
could watch any other movie and I might well up, but never a tear shed.
Dude, I'm talking like I'm full on crying as soon as I hear it's not your fault.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Last of Us, that whole thing. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I teared up at least once per episode, even. But episode 3 especially. Complete work of art.
There's no question that's the best video game to TV show.
That's like
Transition.
the only.
Probably video game to any kind of adaptation.
Yeah, because like the Resident Evil movies were cool, but they weren't related to the games.
They tried the Arcane thing with League of Legends. That was all right.
Doom was cool, the movie, like way back when.
Yeah.
The newest Mortal Kombat was all right.
Yeah, but video games are tough. I'm really curious to see how the Fallout show turns out
It's got Walton Goggins as a
because it looks phenomenal.
I hope it's good.
A ghoul.
ghoul. Yeah.
Yeah.
The still at least
The
looks
stills
phenomenal.
look great.
The only thing that scares me is that the newest Fallout didn't have any kind of a campaign at all.
No. It's one, they would never base it off the MMO.
No,
you're
I'm
talking
just
about.
I'm
But
saying
Fallout
that,
4
like,
had a campaign.
it did.
Fallout 3 had a campaign, but the campaign's also so loose that you have pretty much full creative control.
That's true.
And that's why Last of Us works so well because it was almost a movie by itself.
It was.
You
The
know?
game was a movie.
There was great gameplay, of course, but the story's already there. So they didn't have to do a ton of work. But of course, having the game creator involved with the show where
Correct.
everything was pretty much set up.
Which Amazon's putting out the Fallout show too, so
Yeah.
maybe, that's,
Also,
their,
we had to
maybe that's
mention-
their new niche.
Not just, well, Last of Us was HBO.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But besides the emotional stuff, I think it was episode 5 when they first, the huge zombie attack.
yeah.
And the swell, what are they called?
Oh,
Underground, the giant dude.
yeah.
Bloater? Is it Bloater?
No, the bloater's the fat guy, I think. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah, when the house collapses and he comes up from underground.
Is that a bloater?
I don't know. I didn't play the game. I don't remember what they
Either way,
called
that
it.
scene in the show, maybe the best zombie sequence in media.
Yeah,
ever.
the zombies were really good too.
They were.
Again, practical effects goes a long way.
Yeah. And now I believe we just move on to Bum of the Year candidates and our votes.
Took a lot of thought. And there's 2 guys that if you would have asked me even 2 months ago if they'd be potential Bum of the Year candidates, I would have said no.
But put up next to these guys.
Tony and Tony.
And now, Kadarius Toney and Tony Ferguson. And your heart tells you don't want to vote for Tony Ferguson, but he's on a 7-fight skid, and he got choked to sleep by Bobby Green.
And then pointed to hell.
Dominated by Patty the Batty.
After
and
a terrible
should have been
camp.
finished like 4 times.
See, dude, I don't want to vote for Tony Ferguson. I really don't.
Well, there's 2 more.
Who else we got?
Josh McDaniel and Shane Brock.
It's Brooke, right?
It's Brooke. It's crazy. I was in your wedding and you don't know how to
Well, I'm
pronounce
going to
my
say
last
it every time you correct me, so I say it wrong on purpose.
name. Do you?
That's the joke. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, all 4 deserving candidates.
That
My
is true.
gut tells me Josh McDaniel because how bad they were with him, how many terrible head coaches were out through the whole season. He reigned supreme among all of them. And then fire him and look at the team now.
Correct.
Still in the playoff push. Just shut out the Chiefs in Kansas City. But Kadarius Toney losing 2 games by himself.
He is. I think it's 3 now. He lost
2 for sure. He contributed to a third.
He did definitely contribute.
Then you want to think about Shane Brook. And what a roller coaster of a year he's had.
Especially show related.
See, off the show, pretty great for the most part.
Great year so far.
But on the show,
Show wise.
hits and misses, you know?
Absence all the time. Early, having to leave early, all that stuff. Powered through, made it somehow. But definitely worth mentioning. My vote's Tony Ferguson.
You're no debate at all?
No.
It's tough for me because I like Tony the most by
The
far.
Chiefs could have went 0-17 with Kadarius Toney dropping every game-winning touchdown pass, and it would still be Tony Ferguson.
If anything, I almost want to go the Chiefs are bummier for keeping
him.
and continuing to run Tony out there. At a certain point, you can't blame the guy himself, you know?
The guy behind Kadarius Toney cannot be worse than Kadarius Toney. There's no way.
I'm going to lean towards Josh McDaniel.
I'm going to say Kadarius Toney just because I remember when I was still doing my whole sports card thing, I bought a real expensive box.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a, numbered to 10 Kadarius Toney card from when he was still with the Giants. And I'm like,
Could be
okay,
worth a lot of money.
this could be something.
Still can.
It can't, though.
Still can.
It's a gag gift at this point.
That would look great in studio.
Dude, if you guys would like it in studio, I will bring it in if I can
Numbered
find
1
it.
to 10, he's in studio. He'll have a career year next year. 650
Then we
yards,
take
4
credit.
scores.
I'm here for it.
It's one of those Donruss cards too that are like real fancy.
Oh, nice.
And it
yeah, we
had-
could use that in here.
It's like out of this world or something. It's got him in front of the planet.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool for a sports card, dude, where it's just normally just the
Fair
player.
point, yeah. Unique at least.
So
Pretty
that
sick.
poll will be up on Instagram. We want
We
your
all voted
votes.
differently.
We did.
We did.
What did the fans vote? If they vote Shane, we have a 4-way tie. That'd be pretty impressive.
Correct.
I'm gonna say Shane comes in last among the fans
I don't
because
know.
they're nicer than we are for the most part.
But not everybody watches UFC or knows Tony Ferguson.
That is also
But
a fair
everybody
point.
knows Kadarius Toney and Josh McDaniel.
And at one
though.
point, Shane Brook was the consensus bum of the week.
And if you follow the show, you're going to see our poll. You definitely know of Shane and his struggles
Correct.
in 2023. I can't wait.
I just thought of another card that I found that I think you guys might be interested in. Say Josh Giddey rookie patch. It's a patch of his jersey.
Could be worth a lot sometime.
Maybe if he's still around then.
Yeah, was it game worn?
It is.
Maybe not on court game worn, but was it worn
It
at
says
one point?
game worn.
Okay. Was it involved in any
Let's move on to the NFL.
illicit activities?
It may have
Let's
been.
move on to the NFL.
NFL news and stats.
Not a whole lot going on here. I know Big Shane striking.
Maybe deserve more credit with the Philly offense last year. And even the Colts this year, especially after losing Tony Rich, really no expectations for a playoff spot, right?
No.
They keep overachieving. Even losing JT.
Without Tony Rich, there was really no expectation for a playoff spot.
And now all the talks of the Philly offense looking so predictable, being one-dimensional, and now having issues in the locker room, maybe losing Shane actually mattered a lot more than we thought.
It does appear so.
Because now you've got questions of Jalen Hurts, leader, question mark.
Locker room issues, allegedly.
Got Devontae Smith and Hassan Reddick yelling at Sirianni on the sidelines after a win.
I've never seen a roster with this much talent just absolutely collapse.
Well, they haven't collapsed
Yeah,
yet.
it's tough to call it a collapse. You lose to the two best teams in the conference. You still beat the Giants.
But in such a overwhelming loss. You know, like those games were supposed to be games where
We also beat the Cowboys once.
Which we should have won, to be fair.
once though. I mean, I'm
We've won. It's been 1-1 with us in Philly.
yeah,
the past
1 out of
15
2.
years. Yeah.
yeah. I just like I've never seen a team that was supposed to be like neck and neck for the top of the NFC get completely blown out by like 50 points by a team that struggles to
And
beat.
still be neck and neck for the top of the NFC.
Are they still?
Do I right now think that we're that much better than Philly? No.
We don't even have Philly in our top 5 for the show.
Well, that's just us.
That's also 5 of 32 total teams. Philly's definitely
Right.
6 or 7. And what if 3 guys on the show, do our opinions really matter that much? Do they carry that much weight?
Not to
No.
mention, there's only 2 AFC teams here, and one of them, I believe, has the same record as Philly.
Correct.
3 AFC teams.
NFC, sorry. 2 NFC teams, one of which has the same record as Philly.
Right, but are we not saying that team's better than Philly?
We are.
Right. But I would assume on our podcast that we would, you know.
But to say they're not neck and neck with the top of the NFC makes no sense.
Look, have they slipped from 10-1 to losing against the best teams? Yes. Is it a total collapse? That's a little bit harsh, I think.
It might be. It might be. Because they don't look amazing right now.
They didn't look amazing all
both
year.
of you drink, by the way.
We've been talking about them. They didn't put their best game together until what, week 9, 10?
Yeah.
Until both sides of the ball were clicking.
Double for you,
For me?
Austin. Yeah.
I like it.
And soon to be triple because we're about at the.
Oh,
20-minute
this isn't a time drink. This is a
No, yeah.
messed up drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't say mess up. Rule break, which we need. That's the whole point of the show. Yeah, if my great grandpa could see me now.
I'm
He
really
is.
I'm really
He's looking
beating
right
these,
at you.
I'm beating these alcoholic allegations one day at a time.
Is that a fact?
Oh yeah.
Take a chug of that Monster 2 while you're at it.
Dude, you got it. Just for
Stay
you.
hydrated, you know? Keep that energy up. The only other thing here in news and stats is the Baltimore Ravens are the complete opposite of both Dallas and Miami. They have 7 wins now, all by 14-plus points against 500 and above teams. If that holds up, all these teams' records stay above 500. That's a new record for sure. And they proved me wrong, which we'll touch on more in Film Room, but I thought they were a distant third place behind the 2 best NFC teams. Suddenly look like the favorite.
Yeah, I agree.
That offense is starting to click, and the defense is just amazing. Not starting to click, but that offense looks a lot better than when we were saying that Lamar's
Yeah.
receivers are awful. Zay
I mean,
Flowers looks
still
great.
not great receivers.
But
No.
better than Tony and MVS.
Correct.
Yes.
And this is without Mark Andrews, too.
That's another thing I kept saying. Now that he's the favorite, I keep seeing people talk about how good the Ravens' weapons are, and
No, they're not.
it's just mind blowing that that's the immediate turn. And it's
I-
like, yeah, the weapons are great. It's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, we've made comments. I definitely have, being more critical, or at least more hesitant to praise Lamar. But your best option is Zay Flowers, and then what? OBJ?
OBJ and then
Yeah.
Isaiah Likely.
No Dobbins, no Andrews.
Yeah.
And props to Todd Monken, too. First year
Correct.
OC, who's really turned that whole offense around. Let's go to the IR.
T.J. Hawkinson,
It hurts me.
#1 fantasy tight end out for the fantasy championship.
Yeah, ruins my
rough.
matchup in one of our work leagues.
Torn ACL/MCL. Hope for a speedy recovery. He's been
Oh.
killing it this year
He's so fun to watch, too.
and very talented.
Yeah.
Are we in a tight end resurgence?
Yes.
Even doing sleepers, like the top 10, top 12 guys now, all viable options.
Exactly.
Correct.
Now that somebody finally gets the ball to David Njoku, he's performing like we know he could.
Yeah.
A great rookie class with Laporta, McBride, Musgrave, when he was healthy. Kincaid, so much more potential, though.
Definitely.
Some dude named Kyle Pitts could maybe get used more.
He's on the up and up.
Show favorite Jake the Fergmeister Ferguson.
Also true. Very good.
Even with
Schultz
Kelsey
still
having a
good
bad year, he's still tight end 1.
I think he's tight end 2 or 3.
I think he is 3. I think Hawk was
Hawk was
before
1,
he went out.
Laporta was 2 or 3, and then Kelsey was the other one. Time drink, real quick.
Let's go, boys.
Trevor Lawrence has a, sprained AC joint?
Yeah, AC joint in his throwing shoulder. In addition to the ankle injury already, questionable for Sunday's game.
You got to play him.
Have to. I felt so good about the Jags this time, like last month even.
Yeah.
Talk
They
about a
looked
collapse,
great.
as Shane would say.
Yeah.
After losing to Jake Browning in primetime, not been the same since. How about the film room here, Shane?
First up, we've got the Rams looking like contenders.
Turns out old Cam actually does know a thing or two.
He does.
Now, do you think they're actually legit contenders? With Stafford coming back after the bye week, they're 5-1. Kyron 100 a game. Stafford's best running back ever, clearly.
I don't see why we can't call them contenders,
Puka and Cup,
honestly.
and a better than expected defense.
Just depends on how the defense holds up against shining offenses.
Yeah.
And do we forget about old Sean McVay? Still the youngest head coach in the league,
Is he still the youngest?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
barring Ben Johnson getting a head coaching spot. He'll be the youngest for the next 5 years.
The fact that he's
Until
still
somebody
the
younger
youngest.
gets a job. Yeah,
Let's
that's
say
how that
until
works.
Ben Johnson
Yeah.
gets hired, which he probably will in the offseason. Although he wants 15 mil, which is a little steep.
A little crazy, but
But all the talk of the Rams having no draft kit picks, mortgaging the entire future. When you pick guys in the 5th round like Puka Nacua, maybe you don't need 15 first-round picks.
That front office is great, honestly. That was the steal of the draft.
I've heard talk. Is Stafford the best wideout kingmaker
Could
Yes.
be.
after Calvin, Cooper, and now rookie year Puka Nacua?
yes.
Man loves his wideout 1 and 2.
Yes, he does.
Bengals, Steelers.
Just when you think you know football,
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer
very timely, right?
just decides that who is Kenny Pickett?
He's not even real.
He's not
Because
employed.
here's the thing. That was the best Steelers offense we've seen all year,
The past 3 years,
give or take. He did it with the same people that Kenny Pickett has.
and yeah, what can Mason Rudolph do that Kenny Pickett can't? He's not as mobile, not as quick.
Mason Rudolph opened up the run game where Najee Harris had a decent game.
Just repeat that real quick.
Yeah. Najee Harris had a decent game because Mason Rudolph can throw the football.
George Pickens, as you said, is becoming the sneakiest 1,000-yard wideout ever.
What did he put up? 200 yards? 2 touchdowns?
194
With 2 scores.
Yeah. That was crazy.
after being bum of the week last week.
I was in the middle of doing last minute Christmas shopping. And then my buddy texted me and he said, I have George Pickens on my bench. And I said, okay, what about it? So then I look and he put up 47 points. And I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, very Randy Moss-esque.
Yeah.
4 catches, 196, 2 scores.
Insane.
George Pickens put up 197 and 2 touchdowns.
Are we done with the Bengals now?
Yes.
Yes.
Officially, right?
Yeah.
And this was the point I tried to make a couple weeks ago. Why are you winning football games? There is no hope for winning playoff games.
Browning still played okay. Bad turnovers. But
Now,
let's settle down now.
you get that 22-30 pick. For what? Because you wanted to win 3 football games?
That don't matter.
You could have been top 15. Just saying.
Let's see. How about got to go with your hometown boys here. The 2 biggest Browns fans I know. The definitely biggest Joe Flacco fan I know. But how about Amari Cooper? New franchise record.
Franchise record.
And at one point, I was watching Red Zone. He had 3 back-to-back-to-back toe tap sideline great grabs.
Beautiful catches.
After he already had 200 yards on the day.
Yeah. No, he is insane. Could you imagine if Dallas still had Amari Cooper?
No. No, I saw Coop probably as a top 10 guy in Dallas, but never to that level with Joseph J. Flacco.
No. Is that actually his middle initial?
I
Probably.
default to J for anybody.
It could be. But, dude, what a stud.
It's actually Joseph Flacco.
Any predictions here, boys?
Allen.
Oh, it's a badass middle name.
Ooh.
Pretty,
Frederick.
pretty Italian. But not like American Italian. It's not like Leonardo or anything. Look like Brooklyn Italian. Joseph Vincent Flacco.
Ah, yeah.
Or Joey Vince. Just dropping dimes.
JV.
Is that the new nickname, dude? Joey Vince?
No,
That's
Joey
not
V?
even a nickname.
it's just his
It's
name.
just his name.
Joey V.
No, his nickname is Elite.
He is elite. Hopefully I get to see another Joe Flacco, Amari Cooper masterclass on Thursday.
Until Sauce Gardner locks his ass down.
That's not even a real person. I don't know who you're talking about.
No, 1 to 10 after that game. How stoked are you for Thursday night?
10. Maybe 11.
Being in the pound, gotta be
Dude,
an 11.
I am so hyped for this game.
You won't see the masterclass if there is one.
I'll be there for one.
Be present,
I'll be present. Maybe mentally not there, but
Bad,
I'll be
bad
there.
weather and
physically present.
Physically present, yes.
all. Maybe.
Maybe. I might get lost. I might go buy a beer and not be able to find my way back.
That is true.
Or ejected.
I don't think I'm getting ejected. I can't get that crazy.
Hey, you never know. You've not been in the pound at night.
Dude, I really don't know how the whole buying beer situation is going to go.
Pretty easily.
because-
You exchange cash for alcohol.
No, I'm talking about getting to and from my seat. Because I
Oh.
feel like me and Michaela are both going to be absolutely trashed.
There will be people there to help you get down the
Yeah,
stairs.
you're not flying solo here.
No. But I'm saying we're both going to be trashed. So,
Yeah, but
like,
It's
finding
a
our way
friendly
back.
stadium, and you're in Browns gear.
That's true.
Look,
They're
we've
going
all
to make sure you get back to your
we've
seats.
all been trashed at a game before.
That's what the pound does.
Dude,
It's a brotherhood when you get in there. Dude.
is it really?
Yes.
I've never experienced it, dude. Last time we were like right on the 50-yard line.
Yeah. Well, get ready.
I don't think you can get ready enough.
I really can't. I thought I had wardrobe picked out.
And it's a whiteout.
It's a whiteout. I need to tell Michaela. I forgot about that.
Let's
Well,
see here.
Is there a reason why we're doing a whiteout?
Players asked.
Thursday
last
night.
home game.
Yeah,
Thursday
primetime
night.
game.
Okay.
Must-win game. 1 seed still possible.
It is.
Need some help, but still possible.
I think we need the Ravens to lose out and then the Texans to lose one of two. And then we got it.
We have the Texans don't matter. We have
Or
the
no,
win over them.
It's the Dolphins.
The Dolphins to win one of or lose one of two.
Look, being where you're at is good enough. Could you imagine actually
just-
getting the 1 seed and getting a
I'm
bye?
happy with a playoff with a wild
Appearance.
card. Yeah.
Dude, we're winning the Super Bowl. I don't know why you're selling us short.
Because I'm a Browns fan. Tenured.
Experienced.
We're winning the Super Bowl. Joe Flacco, Super Bowl MVP.
He's so cute. A little naive.
Look at that little guy.
Oh, come on. I love still seeing hope in a
Dude.
young man's face.
Dude, Joe Flacco has way better stats than most of the guys that are like.
What
Most of the guys. Just most of them.
I think it was
Just in general.
Pat Mahomes. He has like 4 more touchdowns and 1 less pick.
Mahomes is in a rough
turnover.
year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not Bryce Young. Jordan
That's-
Love has better numbers than Mahomes.
but Flacco came off the couch and did it, baby.
Very Nikola Jokic-esque, you could say.
Yes.
I think I read things say the same that they are right now. It'll be you guys going to Baltimore.
I'm going to go ahead and say take a pool, Shane.
Take a pool.
You're looking at me, so I thought you were gonna say me.
Yeah, I did too.
Austin, go ahead and take one.
I'll do solidarity. Yeah,
Dude, I need to know what
actually,
these rules
Something
are.
happened.
we'll call it
So-
solidarity.
No, you broke a rule.
I need to know these rules, dude.
You will. And John, I'll just keep enjoying
In
the
due
beverage, man.
time, buddy. Just keep enjoying.
The Lions win their first division title since 1993.
Talk about a team that's going to the Super Bowl.
They had an Eagles-esque stretch where we thought, okay, are they actually good? And then took a break, got the ship back on track. They get Dallas this week. So expect 100-plus from both Gibbs and Monty.
I should have doubled down in sleepers again.
Well,
No,
you can't.
instead you just drafted my running backs from last week.
I did
Yeah.
because you put up 150. I thought that was a good strategy.
120.
120, same thing. Same thing.
That's right, about 30-point difference.
Not even close to the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Shane's feeling it already, I think.
Oh, dude, I'm absolutely feeling it already. I didn't really eat before this at all.
Have you learned nothing?
No.
That's also a drink.
Dumbass.
Dude, what did I do?
Make it 2.
Shane questioning what he did. A rule. Let's go Bucks Jags and
Can it
one
just be
team.
one big one?
Sure.
Whatever you want.
I'll do 2 little ones. That's a better idea. I thought about it for a second, but way better idea to just do 2.
Are the Bucks actual contenders?
Yes, they are.
I'm asking Cam.
I don't. Contenders for what? Do I think they can win a playoff game? Yes.
They're going to host a wild card game, most likely.
I think they can win a playoff game.
They're probably going to get either Dallas or Philly.
And I don't know if they can make a huge push, but if the momentum off of game 1 can keep them moving forward, then I think they can.
They're going to host, and you know how bad Dallas is on the road. Upset special? It wouldn't shock me.
I feel like I've drank way more than Austin has.
Well, you've also had a lot more of an empty bottle, and I'm also drinking beer.
Oh, you're drinking beer too. I forgot about that. I was just looking at your bottle like,
Hey, it's
dude,
not a competition, though.
it might be.
It's not.
It's a group effort.
It could be.
It is.
We're on the same team here, pal.
Are we?
Yes,
Okay.
of course. I've always been in your corner.
You have been, dude. And
Dude,
you know
there's been
what?
so many times Cam's wanted to just cut you loose entirely.
We gotta push through the sports before you start opening up that
yeah.
can
there
of
we go.
worms,
Here we go.
dude. We got a little bit of sports left. Just hold it in.
I can hold it in, dude. I've
Well,
got this.
that perfect timing. Finns walk off Dallas. Another game that we should have won, but red zone, empty. The terrible botched handoff. Blame Dak, probably. Jason Sanders, 5 field goals, including the game winner. Just needed one more stop, couldn't get it, but props to the quick, efficient passing game, which completely killed our pass rush, which is our biggest chance to win against a team like that, especially. I've said it every week. I don't know what to expect anymore.
The next one's fun. I have the Raiders suck and the Chiefs suck worse.
Yeah,
That is absolutely correct.
put some respect on the Raiders defense and Antonio Pierce, but no respect on Aiden O'Connell, who
Correct.
set a new record, I think.
3 quarters consecutive with no completions and still won the game.
First team to do that since, I think, 2001.
And the Chiefs' offensive line was just not there.
That's what Max Crosby does to a group.
That was insane.
I forget the guy's name, but did you see the dude that got the pick 6 to go and act like he was going to give it to the little kid and then pull it away?
Great move.
He actually didn't pull it back from the little kid.
What did he do?
There was an older gentleman that reached for it, and he pulled it back from that guy.
Oh, okay. Did the kid get the ball?
No idea.
Post game, he sent it to him. Yeah,
You're making that up.
I swear.
You're making it up.
Good call.
Yeah.
Shane Gullible should be a rule. Although
might-
he'd be hammered
That
already,
might be a
though.
rule.
We
I'm
need
already
like
hammered,
4
brother.
bottles, dude. That's a pool, Shane.
Are you serious?
Sorry, man.
He makes the rules. The Raiders are the 8th best scoring defense. They've not had a top half scoring defense since 03. in their
I would
Super
just
Bowl
keep
run.
the cork off.
There's no point.
Is it about to hit the time too?
We're probably approaching it.
What's the time check?
7 minutes.
Now
I'm
you're
gonna
good.
leave the
And
cork
you
off
can
for
just
that.
keep the cork off in general.
No,
There's
dude,
no
no.
reason to put it on.
I like pulling the cork out.
Okay.
Mahomes' lowest QBR game of his entire career. Again, against the Raiders defense.
The secondary's trash.
The Raiders.
The Raiders secondary's trash.
I mean, really nowhere are they great besides Max Crosby.
Exactly.
Maybe Spillane.
Pass rush.
One-man crew. But you locked up Katie Tony, so props there, I guess. And then the big potential Super Bowl preview. Didn't quite go the way I
Did
thought it
not
would.
go
Not
as planned.
at all.
Brock Purdy, 4 picks, got pulled. Although some say willingly, kind of came out of the game himself. At that point, it didn't really matter.
Because he came back in for like a play or
Yeah,
two and then
yeah.
went back out. That was weird.
But more importantly, Sam Darnold's first passing touchdown as a San Francisco 49er.
Beautiful.
Starting job? Question mark.
Apparently,
No.
you could just put anybody in there, so you might as well, right?
Now you sound like Nick Wright. Nah, Ravens new favorite.
Gotta be.
I think they have to be. Because I feel like before this, the Ravens were like, yeah, they're number 1 seed in the AFC, but there's no way they're better than San Fran.
epic collapse by the Niners.
And, just from this year, AFC North owns San Fran. So
Owns everybody. Look at the league's record against the AFC North. It's not good.
no. Well, the Ravens and Browns have beat the two most teams above 500.
Yeah, I think Niners went 1-3 against the North.
I thought that they were 0-4.
No, they beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Either way, one game. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Both probably still favorites for their Super Bowl matchup. But for now, Lamar and the Ravens definitely my number one seed overall.
Go ahead and drink, Austin.
Fantastic. How about a new game of the week pick?
Let's look at the schedule.
I think we did a show consensus. Well, maybe Shane wasn't involved in that, but we picked Dolphins-Ravens.
I agree
Obvious.
with that.
And I figured you'd piggyback.
Yeah.
So
Predictions, Shane?
this is prime prediction Shane right here.
I'm going to go Dolphins. No, Ravens.
You had me for a second.
That's a drink, Austin.
Oh, me.
On you.
Can I guess?
No.
Yes, you can. You can guess.
I'll guess it later when we actually get the rules out there.
Okay. I'm going to go Ravens 35-17.
Oh. All right.
Ravens pass rush won't matter, but Kyle Hamilton, 2 more picks.
Their secondary is much better.
They have no Deron Bland, of course, but
Well,
banged up Tyreek. Yeah, give me Ravens.
it'll be close.
Closer than Shane's prediction.
I think it'll be similar to the Dallas game.
I feel like 31-21.
Ooh.
Because I don't think Miami's defense is good enough to stop that Ravens offense and playing their best ball of the year right now. Turnovers should go Baltimore's way. Ravens definitely win by, I'm going to say, at least 10.
All right.
Power rankings. New number one for the first time this year.
I think it is. We've
I don't
had them.
think so. I thought they wrote out at number one for a little bit.
I don't
Maybe
think so.
a week.
But the Ravens at 1,
Clear.
Niners at 2. They flipped based on the win-loss. Lions at 3, finally getting some love out there in Detroit. Brownies at 4, Beast. And the Fins at 5.
And one of these teams is not like the other. Again, the fact that your Brownies continue to overachieve.
Love it.
It's that elite Joe Flacco-led offense, baby.
You thought the Eli Giants were a great Cinderella story. If you guys actually make a run postseason, maybe the best run of all time.
I don't think that there's any way that we don't. We've
Okay, Cam, do you want to comment on that?
I mean, there's plenty of ways.
No,
it's
there's,
called.
there's no way.
there's no way we
There-
don't make a
There
run,
is.
dude.
There is one way. It's
We're
called
not
losing a football game.
We're not losing.
It's called you're
dude.
the Browns.
We're not losing.
And we are the Browns. We will lose in very Browns fashion.
This is a new Browns team, baby. We ain't losing.
It's not, though.
Joe Flacco is elite.
And the defense is carrying.
Yeah, he's throwing touchdowns.
He's
them
also throwing picks.
he is throwing
More
a lot
picks
of
than
picks.
touchdowns.
No, he's not. He's not throwing more picks than
He
touchdowns.
threw 2 touchdowns last week, threw 3 picks.
That was last week, though. I think total in
Take
the
a
last...
drink.
What's the drink? Arguing with you?
Shane, how long have you been a Browns fan, would you say?
When did we go to the home opener? 2 years ago?
Give or take, yeah.
That's even worse than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's new.
Golden Pool.
Me?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Well, both of you. Yeah.
We're time.
It is time.
Right? Yeah. So
But
Shane,
you
go ahead,
also-
double
I'm doing
down.
a double, dude. This
Yeah,
bottle's
double.
going to be gone before our first break.
Look at that. That one's got plenty.
Jesus.
And I'll tighten up on the rules here, too.
Oh, great. Thank you a lot. I appreciate that.
Want to go break or sleepers and fantasy?
Let's just knock out sports and then hit a break before AMAs and stuff.
All right, tell us first
Works
of
for
all,
me.
you guys both had potential championship matchups in the SNS Fantasy League. How'd that go for you, Shane?
I crumbled.
Because of your coaching?
Absolutely. Well, I still would have lost no matter what I did, but I had Mike Evans on my bench with like almost 30 because I started Tyler Lockett while Tyreek was still listed as out, and then it got changed to
Why he
active.
was listed as questionable.
Questionable, yes. But I even texted with you to see if it was a stupid thing to do before. And I said, should I swap out Mike Evans with Tyreek Hill? And you
Well,
said, yeah,
I'm
go
going to
for
answer Tyreek Hill every time.
it. Yeah. And that's what I thought.
But I didn't know you started Tyler Lockett.
I thought that I had to.
And I hesitate to bring this up right now, but you also texted Cam about something that I think needs to be brought to the viewers' attention, especially those in our fantasy league.
Yeah,
Shane,
dude.
do you want to admit what you did?
I saw that I was going to get defeated.
Transcript?
I
Cam?
knew this.
Verbatim words?
And I said, hey, I'll drop Zay Flowers if you want him. Because he hadn't played yet. And I saw that Cam was playing Wandale Dingle or whatever his name is.
Definitely not Dingler.
So, I try to help my friend out. I try to do a very Christmassy move, give him a present, if you will. And it has blown up in my face.
Do you
So what happened was, I'm sitting there enjoying Christmas Eve with my family.
Naturally.
And I get a double text from Shane on messages that says, check Snap right now. I have a plan. Because I had said, well, I have to pick up Wandale Robinson because Josh Jacobs is finally ruled out.
No, I didn't even see that part.
So he said, who'd you get? After I said already who I picked up. And he said, because I have no shame in dropping Zay Flowers and giving him to you right now. And I said, no. And he said, why? SNS to the moon? And all I said back was, collusion. Then he said, not at all. Nobody would notice.
Nobody would notice, dude.
He said, one, I would know. And he said, you would win. I said, I'm already winning. And he said, Zay is better than Wandale. And I said, I don't care.
So, Cam, I got to give you props. One, for being a man with integrity. And two, believing in the team you already had.
Exactly.
Shane, I think this is worthy of some kind of punishment.
Dude, I feel like the punishment...
4 tamales right now.
Give me him.
Can we get Larry Vaughn on the phone, please? Get his thoughts on this potentially dastardly scheme that Shane tried to cook up.
That's 5.
That's
Good enough.
5,
Just put
asshole.
them in your mouth.
You said 4.
Well, it's 5 now.
You're right in the mic. Yeah, I get that. Never mind. Back it up. I'm going to take my headphones off real quick.
Drink, Austin.
All right, will do. Now, Cam, even without taking Zay Flowers, how did your matchup go?
I won by like 5.
Could have been 27.
Christian McCaffrey and Justin Tucker were battling it out.
Who enjoys these things?
And thank God for garbage time.
So you came down to the final game of the week,
Yes.
sweating it out.
Yep. I was down by 4 going into Monday night. And I had CMC versus Justin Tucker, and CMC was not looking hot to start out. And then I get a text while I'm watching the game. I really need some fumbles and another field goal. And I said, good game, brother. Thanks for the bye week.
In one of my leagues, it came down to CMC against Zay Flowers. The guy with CMC was down like 3 points, and he had that one throw to him late that he dropped. Maybe it wasn't a drop, but he could have caught it. That would have probably flipped that decision. But a 1.5 point win in championship week.
Beautiful.
The last game of the night.
Now it's me versus Matt Gordon.
Dude, this is such a serious question. Who actually enjoys hot tamales? Why are they being made still?
Nobody does.
They have to be a meme candidate.
There's a
at this
bunch of
point.
old dudes out there that
Dude.
for sure
Yeah.
enjoy hot tamales.
Those are actually disgusting.
It's an old dude candy, man.
It's not even like they're like. It's not even like it's so hot that you like.
No,
it's funny to
it's-
give
it's-
them.
it's
It just
not.
tastes bad.
Yeah, they love their hot tamales.
Like that was just nasty.
Well, plenty more where that came from.
You can hold on to those, man.
So your scores in the semifinal round: Vink 109, Larry Vaughn 105, Shane 107, Matt Gordon 152.
I'm not even worried about it.
There was nothing I could do. As
Got
soon
lucky.
as Puka put up 30 something, I was like, I'm done.
Got lucky.
And then I texted Cam and I said, CeeDee Lamb has 20 points in the first half. I'm going to kill myself.
And then didn't get the ball the rest of the game.
He didn't. One would think after that kind of a performance, it would just keep up. But then I was pleasantly surprised.
CD projected 23. CMC projected 25. Roster's very even. Projected 51% to 49%.
It's a bye week for the fantasy for Cam.
Just like the rest of the playoffs have been.
At the very least, Matt Gordon will get some kind of gift from the show,
Correct. He is now the top ranked fan.
but it would mean a lot for us. Whether me and Shane help him out or not, that somebody from the show does win the first ever SNS Fantasy League.
The 8
Dude.
and 6 Cinderella story.
Eli Manning, baby.
A winning in playoff game
you got it done.
Against the number 1 pick 2 weeks ago. And here I am, heading into the chip.
How do you feel?
Feel great. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Simple as that. Sleeper-wise, Cam with a huge win this week.
Dude,
which puts me and him in a deadlock at 6 wins apiece.
I don't want to do this punishment by myself, but I have to now.
You're definitely out of it for sure.
Yeah.
But if you could play spoiler, me and
I
Cam
can
have
play
to draft
spoiler,
the last week of the season, which could be absolute chaos.
it could be.
So I picked first because Shane beat me by like 3 points.
And realistically, if you play spoiler and we have to draft the last week and then you win again, we all 3 have to do the punishment.
Whoa.
I hadn't even considered that.
Can you pull off a 2-game win streak to end the year?
With this
The
roster,
last time it happened, we drafted your team.
it did.
That is true.
That
I
is
went
how it
with
went.
my boy, the guy I'm starting in my actual fantasy championship, Matthew J. Stafford. Running backs, Khalil Herbert, and a guy I picked third, Aaron Jones. Chris Godwin, KJ Osborne, the GOAT, David Njoku, and Superflex, Nick Mullins.
Shane, who'd you draft? I can read it if you can't read it anymore.
I can read. I'm not that drunk. All right. He's been on a fantasy tear, maybe not a real life tear. But Derek Carr for my quarterback. Put up 20 and 25. Hopefully the streak continues.
He's thrown 3 touchdowns or 6 touchdowns and 1 pick in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but the Saints aren't that great.
That's a real life tear, though.
Smells like momentum.
It does. And then I went with Gus Edwards, best rushing team in the NFL.
Drafted by me last week.
We have to ignore that for a second.
Can I guess this next guy?
You can try.
I'm going to say also drafted by you last week.
He was indeed. It seemed to work for Cam, so hopefully I have the same success. I went Jonathan Taylor. And then the man that stirred up all the controversy, Zay Flowers.
And his teammate.
Well, hold on a minute. Zay Flowers didn't start the controversy.
No, it was you.
You did. You can't blame Zay Flowers for your scheming.
I didn't. It was a Christmas present, dude.
It's for one guy.
Yeah.
I think Larry Vaughn would have felt.
He wouldn't have known.
Or Matt Gordon, for that matter.
He wouldn't have known.
They check, dude.
It tells you the transactions in the league feed.
Yeah, they pay attention. That's
and
why
you
they
can
got
turn
it so
notifications on.
It was Christmas Eve, dude. Everyone's with their family. Nobody's looking at the SNS League but me.
And probably the people playing in it.
If you had actually done that, I think we would have had to ban you from future competition.
Definitely.
And then you definitely would have been bum of the year.
Just me?
Yes.
Cam would have accepted the trade.
He wouldn't do
in
that.
that case.
It wasn't a trade either. You just dropped a guy.
Even if you would have dropped Zay Flowers, we would have banned you.
Okay.
Because we know what the attempt was. And you colluded with someone else who picked up Zay Flowers.
That would have been you.
Maybe Matt would have.
Could have been anyone.
Why would I collude with
He
Matt?
could have been used against you.
It's a great question. The rest of your squad.
I went OBJ, Jonnu Smith, and since I'm going to be there in person, I had to go Joe Flacco as the super flex.
So just to kind of reflect, you took 3 Ravens.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They're hot, dude. When they're hot, they're hot.
I took Geno Smith, Jerome Ford, Devin Singletary, George Pickens, Romeo Doubs, Kyle Pitts, and for the first time, I believe, in sleepers this year, Superflex Bryce Young.
Coming off his best game by far.
I'm riding.
Once again, you smell that? Momentum.
Victory.
Any CFP predictions for the New Year's Day playoffs?
I got Michigan winning and Washington winning the championship.
I like it a lot. My exact picks. I'd love, honestly, anybody but Michigan. I wouldn't want to see Bama win, but whatever. We go Washington over Texas, and we're going to go with, the line's moved a lot. I'm going to take Bama over Michigan and Washington over Bama. Title game. Shane, probably no comments there.
Absolutely none. I don't really know much about college football.
But you do know the NBA.
I do.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Draymond Green getting an increase in his suspension from indefinite to indefinite plus 8. Kind of odd.
From what I've seen, yeah.
How does that even work?
Call Adam Silver.
It's indefinite, but also plus 8. So
what's the confusion here?
How are you going to add 8
It's just a cherry on top, dude.
But like they're going to be like, you're not suspended, except you are for 8 more games.
Plus indefinitely.
I don't understand how that works.
Pretty clear, I feel
I mean, he'll be reinstated.
He'll be
At some point.
reinstated. And
So
then
whatever
immediately-
the suspension is, it's going to be plus 6 to 8 games.
I think it's kind of funny.
It is hilarious.
That's like a massive FU to Draymond Green.
There was a
Pretty good.
massive FU to Shane on Christmas Day when Joel Embiid did not play.
It
How'd
was
that make you feel?
not great, especially when part of the Ash for cash was Philly plus what 1.5.
Yeah, but Niners didn't cover either, so no
Yeah.
worries there.
I wasn't the only leg that fell.
How about our boy, friend of the show, Luka Doncic, continuing to dominate Phoenix, a 50 bomb on Christmas,
He owns them.
and now the 6th fastest player to reach 10,000 career points. You guys got the 5 earlier. Shane, do
Yeah,
you recall?
Yao Ming was not one of them.
He was
Shockingly.
not.
Who would have thought? Nor's Bowl.
Unstoppable scoring machine Yao Ming, according to Shane.
After research, not his worst take ever, but it wouldn't be a guy you'd guess.
I wouldn't say his
For
stats
quickest
were
of 10K.
unstoppable scoring machine either.
Neither was number 5 though. I thought T-Mac being in the top 5 was kind of weird. I thought he got injured way before that.
It's a better guess than Yao Ming.
Is it?
Well, it's correct.
It is
so
correct. So yeah, but like
The other
if I was
4,
just guessing off the top of my head,
the other 4, Shane, do you recall? All much more recent.
LeBron,
It's one.
dude,
You got 2 of these yourself.
it wasn't KG. I remember that.
Go ahead and take
Nope.
a pool.
It was Carmelo Anthony.
It's one.
Shane, take a pool.
Okay.
And Cam, the other 2, please.
Austin, also take a pool. LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Durant.
And rest in
T-Mac.
peace
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
for the last guy.
Oh, Kobe. Yeah.
I want to know what I did to take a pool.
You'll find out later.
No, you don't.
Dude, I'm almost out.
Known foe of the show, Trae Young. 30-10 in 7 straight games. Let's get a check right now. Could break the record tonight.
He could.
Shane, do you know who currently holds that record with him
30-10.
in 7 straight games?
Luka?
No, old school.
Oscar Robertson?
Bingo. Well done. Trae Young streak broken, 21-13 tonight, in a loss to the Chicago Bulls.
Why is Oscar Robertson the first one that comes to mind when
I
you say old school point guard?
Couldn't believe you guessed that, but I'm impressed.
I would have went like Kid.
The only reason I thought that was because the triple-double for an entire season, there's got to be some 30 bombs in there. If you're
True.
that dominant.
Yeah.
You impressed me there. Now I'm curious to see how he does with the sports trivia that you have lined up.
I think I could do pretty well.
I'm glad you have that same hope you have with your brownies.
Dude, I think I win this.
How'd the team of the weeks do last week?
We went
boys?
2-1.
Also
Mine
went
went-
2-1.
I went 3-0, and they beat Shane's team.
You did. You
Miami over the Magic, the Hawks, and the Sixers without Jimmy Butler.
I'm going to be so honest, dude. I can't feel my legs.
Sick.
Okay, that's a little extreme.
No, they're pretty loose.
But can
dude.
you say your team of the week?
It was the Philadelphia 76ers, and if we had Joel Embiid, I'd be 3-0.
Maybe. We don't live in a world of ifs, bud.
Dude, Bam Adebayo locks his ass down.
Easy.
Dude, he put up more than, 5 points they lost by?
Cam.
I disagree. But I had the Cleveland Cavaliers. They beat the Bulls, the Jazz, and lost to the Pelicans. It is what it is.
And Shane, you were new team of the week.
My new team of the week, I don't think I ever looked at it, so I'll look at it now.
That checks out.
Go ahead, Austin.
My team has 6 games this week.
We might have the same team.
The Memphis Grizzlies with Ja back.
And I also like the Grizzlies with Ja back.
Well done.
So,
3 straight road games in New Orleans, in Denver, at the Clippers, then host the Kings, Spurs, and Raptors. Hopefully 4-2. Shouldn't beat Denver, but hey, again, smells like momentum.
Exactly.
As long as Ja doesn't pull a gun on anybody in the next week and a half,
That's a big if.
I believe in the guy.
Eh.
Now, do we wait for Shane to have a team of the week? or
Dude,
just-
I have my team of the week.
All right, who is it?
The biggest-
Philadelphia 76ers.
The biggest meme team in the NBA. The
Wizards?
Washington
Detroit
Wizards.
Pistons.
The Washington Wizards, dude.
their schedule is.
Their schedule
He has
is
no idea.
the
No
Raptors, the Nets, and the Hawks.
Okay.
Winnable
Three
games.
winnable
All
games.
winnable games.
You mentioned Detroit. Worst team ever.
They could be, which is crazy because I feel like as a podcast, we were like, this could be a 500 team before the season started.
Who said that?
Maybe you said that, but don't say as a podcast.
I should just
Okay.
make you drink for that.
Just kill the bottle.
Like,
I'm not killing the bottle. I'll drink when I'm supposed to drink.
just wait 5 minutes.
But dude, their team.
You don't have to drink. That wasn't a rule. It was a joke.
I'll go ahead and drink.
Which
I
that
don't
should
give
be a
Well,
rule.
just wait 5 minutes because there's a bottle pool coming up in 5 minutes.
After break, after we burn through these last categories here.
But dude, this roster on paper doesn't look that bad. Like if all of these pieces were on different teams, they'd be viable pieces. I think
This roster is pretty bad on paper.
it's pretty. It's
Who's their
not
best
the
player?
best. Cade Cunningham.
Is
Probably.
he good?
He's all right.
That's what I thought. Stick pick of the week goes to Captain Cam.
But like Jalen Duren's not a bad center.
Shane,
He's
come on,
just
we're doing
injured.
something here, dude. Come on.
We'll pick it up after break.
Okay.
We're going to pound out the rest of this and then go into the fun off-topic stuff.
Stick pick is the one and only
The San Latano Requiem Maduro.
by
Yeah,
AJ
dude, I remember
Fernandez.
that.
One of my favorite brands, my favorite sticks. Can never go wrong. How about Close But No Cigar is one near and dear to our hearts, at least.
Shane Brook and honorable mention, Larry Vaughn.
Respect.
Our two semifinalists that got bounced.
The only difference, Larry Braun can lose with dignity. You know,
That is true.
Shane, I question
Didn't
that.
want to immediately drop his entire team for someone to pick up.
Not entire
Off
team.
the
It was
waiver.
just Zay
Come on
Flowers.
now. No Astra catch this week on a losing streak, and Bum of the Year is already out there, so go get that poll out. Never did promo, by the way. Shane, you want to pound that out right now while you're about half a bottle in?
You can find us at Sports and Stogies on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, X, Facebook, Reddit,
That's
anywhere.
a drink, Austin.
I know what
I
it is.
definitely know
I
it.
know what your
It's-
rule is.
Wait for it. Yes. Oh, wait, voice crack could have been one. That was my first one right there.
That's a good one.
No, dude, I know what his thing is.
Maybe.
I know what it is.
We'll
I
go
do
over
for
rules
sure.
after break.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay. What did I forget? YouTube music?
I think you nailed most of it, actually.
That was
Out of
pretty much
order,
it.
but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
All of our information's in there somewhere.
Shane, take us to break.
We will be right back after this. You know, Austin, this time of year, holiday season, we've been eating a lot of food. You know, putting on a little weight.
I'm a fat fuck, yes.
Yeah, I am too. And you know, I was thinking about it today. I'm not really happy with that. I want to get in the gym and lose some weight. You know, I really need to,
Problem is, man, going back to the gym, this time of year especially, so crowded.
dude.
Your routine's going to take you 2 hours at least.
We think we're fat fucks. Oh my god,
Well, I mean, I think you're kind of hard on yourself, you know? You're a regular guy.
dude. But you go into the gym, starting the new year. You look at some of these guys, and they're just
Whoa. They're getting out there and starting anew. Don't be judgmental on them.
for about a week. But
Same as us.
dude, if
We
only
could
there
change
was a
that.
way that we could stick with it, it'd be nice.
One, I would say I'm not a professional. I would suggest stop vaping. Would probably help your overall fitness level.
It's not the worst idea. You know, I have.
But don't
some-
take it from just me. Take it from an actual professional.
Someone that I may know.
Maybe an ACE certified professional.
Evan Keaton, with All Things Fitness. ACE certified personal trainer. Will bring the gym to you, equipment and all.
Really, Wow.
Incredibly convenient. Also, Shane, does your trainer have his own Funko Pop?
he may have.
Evan Keaton does.
Absolutely.
He has a personal trainer Funko Pop.
That he gives to all of his clients.
No, he doesn't.
Well, not yet, but in due time.
But he does have one for himself.
Again, for now.
You can reach out to him at his email, allthingsfitness15@gmail.com, his cell phone number, 937-308-6324, or his website, where you will find all the information about his fitness classes and their intensity levels at allthingsfit.org.
Evan Keaton, absolute legend.
What a stud, dude! Sponsoring the podcast every single week.
And now it's time for the off-the-wall topics.
Let's go, dude.
I have
Dude,
Cam trivia.
this
Before
is-
you start, I do have I'm going to do it earlier, a list of thank yous for our general community.
Okay.
Okay.
Love
First of all, thanks to you two for making the show fun as can be every week, having an actual host to bounce back off of. More so Cam than Shane, much more consistent, you know. But Shane has come a long way this year.
it. Maybe switching the chairs is going to be his
Let's not get used to it.
uprising.
I think it could be.
Either way, guys, I speak for all three of us. The most fun a guy can have, right?
Definitely. And
Smoking,
thank
drinking,
you
talking sports.
for letting us use your apartment,
Yes.
Well, you
getting
know,
all the stuff hung up in the studio.
it's my home, not away from home, my home at home, really.
It's a great place to be. I know you use it as a personal lounge sometimes now.
And now, even to have great grandpa looking down on me, looking down on us as we smoke.
He's looking right at you, dude.
Can't beat it. Want to thank our great shop owners that have contributed both to the interviews on this show and to the discounts that we get and all the smokes we buy. Greg Burke, Patricia, Robbie at Stogies and Huber, Steve and Jamie, and now Dan Cheese up at Cigarro, and then, of course, Brian and Gonzo at B&G's. Can't say enough. Great lounges, great products, great people. And me and Cam have both met so many people we would not have met otherwise. Shane, I cannot wait to get you guys out to at least one of those lounges.
Dude, I am so excited for this year because my work schedule, especially for right now.
Yeah, your work schedule really opens up, dude.
It does. Because I could do what my buddy does. And since he's only working at the one department, he's only working 48 hours a week. That's 5 days off a week. And you're still bringing in decent money.
Because you're working 24s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That really opens things up. I cannot wait to get involved this year. I genuinely am so excited.
Yeah, having the freed up schedule really helps.
I mean, dude, and we get to pick the days that we work.
Yeah, that's also
even better.
Yeah.
That also really helps.
Thanks to the other guest on the show, Troy Bowling. And the only important thing we've ever actually done, Sean and Morgan, over the summer, devoting their time to us for an hour to sit down, be vulnerable, tell their stories, and give us a chance to get those stories out there. If the show died right now, we can hang our hat on that at least.
I'm happy. And even with Troy, that was very important.
Of course. He'll be back on for sure.
Another charity group that we support and a bourbon-related one. We definitely are going to get the OCM guys on here at some point.
You mentioned those guys. I want to thank Wolfie, John Harper, Greg Varga, and all of the OCM leadership for running the best cigar club out there.
Doesn't get better than this.
Because it's not just a club, right? We're making an actual difference. We've talked about those guys ad nauseum. Want to thank friend of the show, Mafia member Brian Singer, giving me so many different cigars and playing cards every week at Casa with Patty. Guy just got me into the Belladama Cigar Club, which is a poker-based cigar company.
That's sweet.
I'm getting a 12-pack sampler probably tomorrow. The names of those smokes is like the King, Queen, Jack, Flush, Straight.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, definitely smoking those probably next week here on the show.
Right up your alley.
Want to thank our boy, friend of the show, Mike Zimmer. His expertise, his recommendations.
Will never steer us in the wrong direction unless it's a magic toast.
One day soon, he will be on the show for a cigar-only episode.
That is correct.
Got to thank, I'm sure Cam, you guys both piggyback on this, both my mom and dad.
The
incredible support, pre-show meals. All the questions asked and listening every week goes a long, long way. In the same vein, Uncle Sean, absolute shout out for, again, the questions, the contributions, the getting smokes and bottles based off our recommendations and giving feedback. True supporter.
And then, of course, the aforementioned, who hasn't been mentioned in a long time. Thank you, Papa K, for really giving us the kick in the ass to start this.
Man, again, hopefully be on the show one day.
We kind of owe this all to him.
The most interesting guy we know.
And he was like, just do it, boys. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Sports and Stogies is a great name. It doesn't need to be an umbrella. Just get out there and run.
The Godfather, Papa K.
Yeah.
Last but not least, two of our biggest fans, both of Balin and our boy TB. Again, every week listeners, sending in questions, being involved with the show. And of course, all of you in SNS Nation for sticking by us, listening for no reason, honestly.
Everyone for participating in the SNS League.
Playing there, liking the page, dropping questions, giving feedback, hating on Shane goes a long, long way.
Awesome. Love it all. We appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you guys.
Shane, anybody else you want to mention there yourself?
I really just want to thank you two, man. Genuinely, two of the best guys I know. Have some of the most fun here. You guys shit on me all the time, but
in love.
It is in love.
And it's made you better.
It truly has.
Your analytical skills are rising as every week passes.
And it's just funny.
It is.
It is funny.
It is.
And you know
props,
it's funny.
Yeah,
and I think
you for taking those punches and rolling with them.
Sometimes I think you say it just to get a rise.
Every once in a while, I definitely do.
I kid you not. During the holidays, I had at least two people ask me, is Shane actually playing a character?
Sometimes.
So you're selling it.
Sometimes.
You're selling it.
But genuinely, boys, thank you. I appreciate it.
Cam?
It's a lovely thing we've done here.
It truly is.
And honestly, I mean, props to Cam, because if I would not have done this by myself if not for your original idea.
Hey, props to you.
Dude,
My cigar godfather.
Right, teamwork, baby.
If we want to go like way into the depths of thank yous, let's say Kyler King for bringing me and you together, Cam.
That is
And then
true.
Me and Austin together as an extension.
That is true.
Now, can we have all about Cam trivia?
We do.
5 sports questions and 5 regular just about me.
So rules here, we're going to go alternating or just write our answer down or first to buzz
I think it would be more fun just to write the answers down so it gives the chance to get the fans involved too, at least for the sports questions, because I know I've said all of these on show.
in. Expectations for our success rate and
Dude.
or who wins.
I think both of you will be over 500. Shane is very confident that he's going to take it home,
I think I'm
probably
going to
should
take it
win.
home, dude.
You've known Cam for how long?
3
give or take.
3 years.
Okay, not as long
It's,
as I
it's
thought.
about
even.
the same
Yeah.
amount of time.
Let's get fired away
Question
here.
number 1. Who is my favorite non-Cleveland Brown active NFL player? Just write it down, Shane. This one's tough.
This is tough. I don't think I know this. Guys you talked about on show. Guys you've defended on show. I'm going to write one down. It's definitely wrong. Maybe fantasy value. I'm definitely wrong.
I think I know who it is.
I'll go first because I definitely don't know who it is. I just wrote down Brock Purdy because you defended him the most.
I wrote down Sauce Gardner.
Okay. Those are both good answers in their own right.
Any hints?
Number 2.
Oh, we're going to review after the fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2. Favorite non-Brown all time?
This better be right.
Who'd you write down?
His first jersey, Reggie Bush.
I wrote down Megatron.
Both very good answers.
But both incorrect.
Favorite NBA player ever?
Oh,
This is tough.
It can't be that obvious. It's definitely not that guy. We're going to try to dig deeper here.
I don't know if either of you will get this right. I'll be honest.
We're scratching the bottom of the barrel with a gritty, gutty playmaker. Matthew Dellavedova.
I said Jamal Crawford.
I love that guess, too, actually.
Both are great guesses. Favorite sports moment ever? I have harped on this one a lot.
Mine is Browns beat Jets.
I got Browns breaking the losing streak that you were there for in person.
That was Jets, right? We both wrote down the
I
same
don't know who
thing.
it was, but that's
I
the game.
think
for sure.
you mean that,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it was the Texans.
Was it?
Pretty sure.
I
He was
thought
there
you
in
were-
person, so we better know.
Browns Texans was the game that me and you went to, where those little kids were getting drunk in front of us.
I thought that was the Chargers.
No, that
No,
Chargers
we
was
saw
the one
Chargers.
you guys
you,
went
Kelsey, and
Dude, I get
Sherm.
these confused so much.
Also, did we not take a drink after the break?
Oh, go ahead.
We were due for time wise, so
to. Oh, thank you for reminding me of that.
we're staying on track here, man.
but yes,
I should
those
say Hal.
those are correct answers.
All right, on the board. On the board.
Favorite UFC fighter?
Justin Gaethje.
Don't write that down. Just just saying, don't write that down. That is incorrect. And you're writing down your answer. Don't forget.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's right, but I went Connor.
He doesn't
Erase
strike,
that.
He doesn't strike me as a Connor
I
guy.
hate Conor McGregor, dude.
You've never backed me in the Connor hate.
Derek Lewis.
Just write it down, please. It is a heavyweight.
Oh, what, God, I know that. What an idiot.
I already wrote it down.
I don't know if Shane knows, though.
I don't think he does. What is my favorite food?
There's a lot of options here. You're not a picky guy, but the one thing that stands above the
I
rest.
could eat this every single day.
It's not something you make, though, right?
I can. I don't do it often.
Well,
I know what it
have
is.
so.
I know what it is.
Maybe. When is my birthday?
God, I should definitely know this.
I should know this.
We're terrible friends, really.
We really are.
It's okay, dude. I'm terrible with birthdays,
Yeah, but
too.
that's my. I think I know Mike's. I barely know my own mother's.
Why is that the hardest question on
It
this
is,
list?
dude. It always is.
I'll be honest, even the month is going to give me trouble here.
And it's the hardest question because you don't want to get it wrong so bad.
No,
Honestly, boys know it's not a big deal.
I just
You
wrote it
guys shouldn't
down.
know mine.
I did throw a softball in here after this next question. But what is my favorite movie?
It's not Butt Boy.
Honorable mention.
We don't talk movies a whole lot, but
No, we
I think
don't.
it's a decent guess. I don't think it's right. We're going to lock it in.
Softball here. How do I like my steak cooked?
If this is not right, I'm quitting the show.
I'll be disappointed in you if this isn't correct.
And what is my favorite video game franchise?
It's not Ark.
No. There are two acceptable answers.
Ooh, okay. It's gotta be. One of the two is definitely locked in. Bonus point for both.
Sure.
All right. Is that it?
All right. What was your answers for my favorite non-brown active?
Yeah, I wrote down Brock Purdy.
I said
Nothing
Sauce
else came
Gardner.
to mind.
It is Sauce Gardner.
Whoo!
After my Rookie of the Year pool,
If we could have gotten that cutout at B-Dubs,
Dude, we should have.
we tried.
and my favorite non-brown all time is Reggie Bush.
Boom, baby.
So we're 1-1.
101.
Favorite NBA player all time?
It's not Matty Dellavedova.
It's Jamal Crawford.
It's Vince Carter.
I thought that.
And my favorite sports moment is the Browns
Breaking that losing
breaking
streak
their losing
So we're
streak.
2-2.
in person.
Favorite UFC fighter?
Derek Lewis.
Ty Tuivasa.
Tai Tuivasa.
Oh,
Favorite food?
Sunday slop.
Sunday slop is what I wrote down.
It's chicken wings. But
Specifically Hinder's butt warmer sauce.
that is my
Yeah.
favorite chicken wing, but it is chicken wings.
I
Sunday
should have
slop,
known
honorable
that,
mention.
dude.
Yeah,
That's-
I think you guys went too.
we thought, yeah,
You overthought
chicken wings
it.
so obvious.
That's where you literally took me to give you the invite to your bachelor party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is my birthday?
September 14th.
I'll be honest, I couldn't be any
Dude,
further
it
off.
is September 15th.
I was so close.
I'm going to give you that.
That's
Okay.
one day's close enough.
yeah, put a check mark by that.
Shane taking the lead here.
Where were you at?
3-3. Not close.
Where were you at?
April 12th.
That's really close to my dad's birthday.
That was the question, right? When's Tony's birthday?
What's my favorite movie?
Avengers Endgame.
Remember the Titans.
It's Inception.
I was going to say that.
Number one
But-
all time.
Both of those are really good options as well.
So Shane, you have 3.
I have 3. You have 2.
No, I have 3.
You have 3?
Bush, losing streak, Tuivasa.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I thought you wrote down someone
No,
else.
that's what we wrote down.
Okay.
How do I like my steak?
Medium rare?
Gotta
Correct.
be medium rare.
Correct. My favorite video game franchise, bonus points on the line.
Did you write down 2?
I did.
You have 1 first.
I said Dark Souls.
God of War.
God of War.
That's what I
Definitely
wrote down
one.
for 1.
Okay, what's the other one? You wrote Dark Souls and God of War. What'd
Yes.
you put?
God of War and Mortal Kombat. We tied.
We tied.
Dark Souls, honorable mention, but Resident Evil takes it. So, it's, yeah.
Any quick tiebreaker question?
Uh,
What's your wife's name?
we'd have to move on to another tiebreaker. Let me
Full
think
name,
of- let
Shane.
me-
Full name.
Shelley
think of a-
Winklewitz.
Full name.
That's not fair. You only know because of Facebook.
Yeah, I don't have Facebook.
I'll think of a sports one real quick.
Hey, we've got plenty of time to come back to it. Okay, so not 500. Either way.
No. But
4
tied.
is, I'll be honest, I'm disappointed. That's a letdown.
It's tough. Dude.
Definitely letdown. It's honestly, pretty simple questions, too. We should have done a lot better at that.
We really should have. I dug deep for that birthday question, dude.
Who is my favorite all-time non-brown AFC North player? We just talked about
We
this a
did
couple
just go
weeks
over
ago.
this. I don't know if I remember the order, though, but I'm going to lock in.
Troy Polamalu.
I'm also safety, Ed Reed.
I believe. Let me make sure I get the order right.
Whoever's higher on that list wins.
Palomalu was second. It was Ray Lewis.
Oh,
so
dude,
close,
look at
though.
me go.
Ravens defender.
Shane's confidence takes over.
Hey, Shane, well done, brother. Valiant effort.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Turns out you were a much better friend than I.
I should just be drunk all the time.
Question, actually, the bonus question, though, is who's missed more shows of Sports and Stogies? I'm going to lock in Shane Brock.
I'm also going to lock in me.
Damn it, tied again.
Okay. We're due for a drink. And how many sports trivia questions do you boys want to play?
You want to go 5?
I'm thinking 10. See how many we get right.
10?
Okay.
Based on
10
difficulty
works.
level. Same thing, write down the answers.
Can't feel my hands now.
Sure.
That can't be true.
It's pretty true.
We'll write down the answers.
Now, this, I should destroy Shane. If
As
I
long as
don't,
it's
I'll
not-
be very upset.
If it's not baseball, I think I got it.
These are like all sports ever.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay. Loser has to eat 10 hot tamales.
At once, or
Deal.
you'll just hand us 10?
I'm
I will
gonna
I will
hand
take
you
that
10.
deal.
You can't eat less than 3 at a time.
Okay.
First question. What team did Joe Namath beat in Super Bowl III?
Are we writing it down?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just so it's easier to keep score.
Can you still write
Yeah, I think so.
legibly?
It's not
As long as you can read it.
Yeah, it's not the prettiest thing in the world.
Answers after each question or at the end?
At the end.
Let's do 5 at a time then.
Okay. What is the maximum number of players allowed on a soccer team on the field?
I'm torn between 2. I played soccer too. What an idiot.
Shane plays FIFA still.
No,
so-
I don't. I don't have the newest one.
I feel good. Question 3.
Did you write down an answer, Shane?
Yeah.
Okay. And which city was the first modern Olympics held in 1896?
Again, torn between 2, but I think I definitely know this. If it is the second one, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to put it in parentheses, actually. All right, moving on.
What is the highest score possible in a single frame of 10-pin bowling?
A single frame.
Single frame.
Softball. Hopefully viewers are playing along as we go here.
Which country hosted the 2014 Winter Olympics?
That had to be 2014. I'm going to predict 4 out of 5 for me.
That was 5. Good call. All right, boys. What team did Joe Namath beat in Super Bowl III?
The Bears.
I think the Jets beat the Packers.
It's the Baltimore Colts.
Son of a bitch.
Ooh.
All right, 0-1.
What is the maximum number of players allowed on a soccer field?
11.
From one team, I said 9.
It's 11.
Son of a bitch, I'm
9
so
is
mad.
baseball.
That does check out.
Which city held the first modern Olympics?
We got London.
I said Paris.
Athens, Greece.
In parentheses, Athens, Greece.
What is the highest score possible in a single frame of 10-pin bowling?
30.
30.
30. And who hosted the 2014 Winter Olympics?
Sochi.
That would be Sochi.
That is correct. That actually all you had to write was Russia. But you guys
Oh, they
named
went,
the,
well, okay.
you guys named
Tell
the
you what,
city.
I couldn't have guessed what country it was.
Mario
I knew
versus
it-
Sonic?
No.
Dude, that's how I knew, is I had Mario versus Sonic on the DS.
They mentioned Sochi in that.
Yeah, because it was the Winter Olympics.
All right, only 2. Again,
What'd you get,
disappointing.
Shane?
I got
2 as well. Right?
2, because I got 11 and 30 in Sochi. So,
So
3.
3.
So 3. That math does check out.
Yeah.
Shane got 3. Okay, 3 is the lead right now. How
I
many
can't believe that.
Grand Slam tennis tournaments are there in a year?
Should be a softball.
I have no idea about anything to do with tennis. I'll be so honest.
Okay.
What team did the Denver Broncos beat in Super Bowl 50?
Boom.
Got it.
What is the oldest team in the NFL in the United States of America?
Oh, all day, son. No chance Shane got that.
Who won the first NBA championship in 1947?
Ooh, now that's a good question right there. That's actually very tough. I guess I'll go with the obvious, but I don't think it was, though. All right, locked in.
What is the distance in miles of a marathon race? I'll give you a leeway of 1 mile.
No leeway.
No leeway?
Okay.
We ready to review?
I predict I'm going to at least tie Shane, if not pass him in this round.
There are 4
I got
Grand
4.
Slam tennis
4.
tournaments
4.
in a year.
Okay.
The Denver Broncos defeated the
Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers in
said the
Super Bowl 50.
Seahawks.
That's not even
No, Seattle beat Denver.
correct.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What is
Denver
the oldest
murdered
team in the U.S. NFL?
Packers?
The Arizona
It
Cardinals.
is the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay. So now
Who won the first NBA championship
The
in
Lakers?
The
1947?
Minnesota Lakers.
The Philadelphia Warriors.
Ooh,
I knew it was a team that does not exist anymore.
And how many miles are in a marathon race?
9.
26.2.
26.2.
Ooh.
He threw me off there. He said 9. I'm like, there's no way I'm wrong on that. So grand total of 7 now.
So I have
6, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5.
Game over.
Yeah.
Easy.
Do 5 more at least. And see if Shane makes ground,
So you're up 2?
7 to 5.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm making rules here. Cam is in charge.
Cam is the rule maker.
Oh, we
That
can
is
do 5
correct.
more.
Cam can give out bonus points at a whim.
He could.
Oh, man. I don't know if Shane will know this one, but you should. What is the name of the annual horse race that takes place at Churchill Downs in the United States of America?
Churchill, I believe, is this one correct? Should be naming all 3.
I didn't know there were 3.
Triple Crown.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's 3. Triple. 3.
I don't know anything about horse racing except people usually bet on it when
Read
they
a book, dude. Come
don't
on.
have enough money for it.
Who was the MVP of the 2015-2016 NBA season?
Pretty confident. I'm going to lock that in. Maybe his best year.
And what year did the first Super Bowl take place?
Any leeway? I don't think I need it.
2.
2?
2 for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, 2-year leeway.
Do you get bonus points for getting it on the dime?
No.
No.
Okay.
Let's see.
2 more good cues in there. Can always Google if need be.
Which team did the New England Patriots defeat in their first Super Bowl championship,
Ooh.
which is Super Bowl 36, if needed?
I think I got it.
I think I got it. And the 5th and final question of round 3.
Who won the 2018 Masters Tournament?
Oh, this might have been after the fact. I crossed out. Always trust your gut, right?
Oh, dude, always.
I'm going to regret this.
Okay. Let's go through it.
The annual horse race is the Kentucky Derby.
Got it.
Correct. Kentucky Derby. Well done, Shane.
The
Thank you.
2015-2016 NBA MVP
I believe
LeBron?
was unanimous Steph
Steph
Curry.
Curry. Again, his best season.
What year did the first Super Bowl take place?
44?
Jesus Christ.
1967.
Ooh, within 2 leeway.
Who did the New England Patriots defeat in their first championship win?
The Rams?
The St. Louis Rams.
The St. Louis Rams. And who won the 2018 Masters?
Tiger.
I don't think so. Crossed out Bubba Watson, wrote in Jordan Spieth.
It's Patrick Reed.
Oh, that's a good question right there.
So
3 more, 10 points total for yours truly, Austin Hayes.
And I got 2 more, so it's 10-7.
Wins a win, baby.
Good
That'll do
job.
it. 10 tamales to Shane.
I will say Shane, respectable, made me sweat. I think you overperformed my expectations.
Really?
But, dude, I play trivia weekly, you know.
We do.
I think you did better than I would have done.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Across the board,
What do you think you wouldn't have gotten? I feel like those weren't too horrible.
There might have been a couple that I got right that you didn't, but it wouldn't have been much different.
so I believe the bet was 10 hot tamales.
It was, but I have to eat 3 at a time. No less.
No less than that. You can do 10 at once.
I'm not doing 10 at once,
Come
dude.
on,
Those
dude.
things are gross.
Come on.
It's not even that they're hot, they're just nasty.
That's 10. Don't count them. Close enough. Could be 9, could be 14.
That's way more than 10.
I think it's actually 12, but you'll be fine.
Nah, it doesn't.
Maybe the more you eat at once, the hotter they actually are.
There's 14.
All right, now, Cam, I think we're due to go over our actual drinking rules for the night.
I think we are.
I had my guess for the one that I thought I definitely nailed down.
I actually kind of made a caveat for one because I says bro or brother, but I added dude, pal.
Like at any point,
Yeah, just at all.
we should be probably dead by now.
I was lenient with that one. Shane giving ill-informed opinions basically with nothing to back it up,
Classic Shane.
and you making a facial expression at those opinions.
That was my guess. Not just facial. I was going to say a egregious reaction physically to
either
a
of those.
Shane comment.
Yeah, that
So, yeah.
fills in there.
That was probably all my drinks.
And then stuttering, saying or but you guys have aced that tonight.
You know,
And
The-
for you,
the-
I put stuttering specifically because sometimes you'll Kadarius
yeah,
Toney.
the first ever, really the first 30 shows probably. When was our first one too many?
I don't
Like 35, somewhere in there.
something like that.
Something like that.
Great rule, but I think being on a mic now, I've come a long
Still
way.
happens.
To anybody it will,
And even one,
except Chael Sonnen.
like there was one time where you were talking about Kadarius Toney, you said KD Tony.
It's his
But-
nickname, yeah.
But
His
it's
friends call him
But
KD.
you said it fast enough where I almost considered it a stutter.
Dude, Katie Tony, you serious? Come on, dude.
now.
Maybe he's not on your speed dial, but in my phone he's listed as Katie Tony.
These things are so gross.
They're not actually that bad.
They don't taste good.
No, they're not good, but I've had worse candy.
But now,
No,
of course,
I have not.
we have AMA questions sent in from the fans. We're going to start out. Mama Cal,
Naturally.
what is your favorite smell?
Gut reaction says gasoline.
Really?
It's such a good smell.
It's so good.
Dude, I don't understand that.
but it's like it's good for the wrong reasons.
I feel like mine is like cinnamon. But like not
But
like
yet you don't like hot tamales.
No, not like this kind
you
of
couldn't have
cinnamon.
said a worse answer.
No, not like this kind of cinnamon, but like a cinnamon roll kind of cinnamon.
Yeah,
It's like
fantastic.
fresh baked goods.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to say a nice 10-hour pit smoker.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
matter
good.
what's in there.
Yeah.
That cuts the heart of every man.
Yeah.
Any kind of good whiskey, cigar, probably your pipe. Hopefully come next week.
Honestly, dude,
Yeah.
like the smell of wood burning.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you walk in, we both toured Woodford.
Oh yeah.
You walk into the Rick House for the first time when all those barrels are aging.
Yeah.
I want that in a candle.
I like anything mixed with coconut in a candle.
Really, not a big
Yeah.
coconut guy.
I like the
I
smell
like
of coconut.
sandalwood and coconut, all that stuff. But anything vanilla or coconut, I'm all for it.
Like
Okay, this-
vanilla icing.
Could be out of left field. I love the smell of my cologne.
Yeah,
Versace Eros,
I love that too.
which I think
have
actually
it.
you wear,
Yeah, I do.
which is kind of weird that we both wear the same cologne.
Great taste.
It's popular.
These
thing.
things taste so bad.
I'll keep eating them,
Question
dude.
number 2: do you believe in aliens?
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like you have to, right?
They got to be up there, right? We
I-
can't be the only
Now look, have
sentient
they
living.
have they been here? Probably not.
No, I definitely
Have we
think
seen
they
them?
have.
Probably not. But somewhere in all the vast galaxies out there, there has to be some other kind of living creature, right?
I feel like the Varginea thing is enough evidence to say they've been here alone.
Please expand on that because I'm not familiar.
So Varginea is a city in Brazil.
You don't know about that?
Have you actually not heard about this?
Their whole town is based on their alien.
Is it like
Crash
Roswell,
landing.
New Mexico?
No.
No, bigger.
Enlighten me.
So an alien craft landed in these people's
Allegedly.
Was it their backyard?
Yeah. So the guy can take you to
we've
the
talked about
exact
this, actually.
spot.
This
We
is
have.
recent, right?
Yeah.
No, this was like 90s.
It was in the 80s or 90s.
Somebody crashed
Well,
during the show where
what
like, they
happened
took
was
the family away and like barricaded them inside.
that was
right?
completely different.
That
This
was
is in
the
Brazil.
Vegas.
That
That
was
was
in
the Vegas thing.
Yeah.
So
Virginia,
Virginia,
Brazil, same thing.
There's a documentary
it's
about
amazing.
this, but they got the guy who was his backyard, and he literally saw the spot. There's no house there or anything. It's just in the woods now.
Just started crying.
And he broke down. Like he could not function anymore.
That's the kind of reaction you would have if you saw some extraterrestrial
Yeah.
life
But
form
it-
and or craft.
It goes so deep. So these aliens crash, right? The Brazilian government comes and grabs them and takes them to this hospital. And the doctors run them through the x-ray machine. They're not allowed to look at it at all. And then the U.S. government comes in,
Of course we do.
sweeps them up. But I guess the smell of these aliens lingered in the hospital for like weeks. Everyone in the city reports.
Does make sense.
Everyone in the city reports seeing and
The
smelling the
exact
same thing.
Same thing.
It's crazy.
I really hope they are real, but if they were, do you think us as a collective planet could accept that information right now?
No, because if you think about it, it completely takes everything that we think about like religion and just turns it completely upside
I'll be
down.
honest.
Chaos.
It wouldn't shock me if when they do announce, like they're like, okay, the mothership's on our way. If Shane just pulled his face off and he was an alien,
I'm not an alien, I promise.
like
Alien
now,
playing a Shane character.
there
all the
are
way?
some people that I'm just like, if that happened, you're pulling your face
Because
off.
look, let's
dude.
be honest. Nobody could have as many bad American sports takes as an alien.
I think
That's
I'm
just how I judge people now.
I
Like,
think I'm just autistic.
Could be an alien trait.
No. Dude, autistic, I feel like aliens wouldn't be as interested in trains as autistic people.
We don't know that.
There's
They
no
might
way.
not have trains. They see one and think, "Oh, wow,
Dude,
that's
they-
so old. There's no way
Great
they
piece.
have them. Or the
steam
ones we
operated. What?
the ones we have now, they don't remember
No.
what trains were, dude.
Dude, they have flying saucers. Trains are like not even on the radar.
Primitive and cool that they still are used and functioning.
Maybe. But like I feel like the whole train hype behind autistic people is more like these are just cool things. It's not like the technology. You know?
So Shane, can you willingly say on air that you were actually not an alien?
I'm not an alien and I'm not a fan of trains.
Look me in the eye and say that.
I'm not an alien
See
and
his
I'm
eye
not a fan
close?
of trains.
Dude, those eyes look distant.
distant?
They roll over
Take a drink, by the way.
like a shark's eyes.
We went over the rules. What did I do?
You just said, dude, I'm not an alien.
Oh my god.
Dude, I don't want to take a shot right now. That's for sure. Oh damn! Guess I got to take one with Shane. Salute, brother.
Salute.
Next one, biggest pet peeve. Mine's changed since the last time we did this.
Because we have been asked this before, I think. But there's so many out there.
People that pay with exact change.
Oh.
Like as a
As a retail worker, that's got to be annoying.
It's really annoying because like they'll whip out a 20.
And then
And
give you 16 cents.
Yeah. Like, dude,
that's
why
not easier.
why are you digging in your pocket for
It
like
takes longer.
to get the
Really?
change than for me to just
And-
give them their change?
Yeah. And you just get $1.
Yeah, but give me $1 than 86 cents.
No.
If I go to Wendy's and it's $5.05, I'm giving them $5 and a nickel.
If you have a nickel real quick.
If you have it quick, yes. But
Okay,
like
that's different then.
the
yeah, he's
people
talking
that
about
will-
rummaging around in
No,
there.
no, okay. In store, I'm not digging through my wallet.
Yeah,
I'll
but people,
carry change, but like in a drive-through, in my
People will
truck
do that.
console, I'm gonna have loose change.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
where if I have
different.
time
that's
to get up there.
acceptable.
Okay, so
But
you're saying
like-
if you're if you're cashier, you're checking people out.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Another thing that I really get mad about is people that
Think
just
before you speak.
No, go ahead, let it out.
people that don't use turn signals.
I was gonna say anything driving.
Oh,
period.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm guilty, but I always make sure people aren't behind me first.
No, dude. Okay, we've been driving long enough. Cars have been a thing long enough. Have the courtesy to put on a turn signal before you get in a different lane.
Turn signal, not turning your brights off at night.
Especially like semi truck drivers that don't use them. It's like actually dangerous.
I have
It
not
makes
seen
me
that.
mad.
Semi truck drivers, they're professionals.
You would think,
But your average Karen in a Chrysler, minivan,
or
probably not throwing that signal on.
no, it's always either a Nissan or
BMW.
a BMW. Yeah.
My new biggest pet peeve is if somebody asks me for help and they have no idea what's going on, and then I'm telling them how to do it, and then at some point they try to finish my sentence.
Yeah,
like they know
I
what's
know,
going
I
on.
know exactly what you're saying.
Not even like that. No, like you'll be like, hey, so you're going to do this. Oh, and then when you do that, that does this. And you're like,
no.
That's
couldn't be further wrong.
That's not what that does at all, actually. Now that you mention it, can you just stop talking and let me show you how to do this?
Another thing, getting like lukewarm fast food.
Lukewarm is bad. I'd rather have cold.
I would too.
I'd rather have none.
Like getting soggy fries and lukewarm.
Ruins your entire day.
No.
If they're lukewarm, but I do like a nice, like the occasional soggy hot fry.
One in your
Hot
entire
fry,
order.
Like
Sure.
that's kind of nice.
hot.
Even
correct.
just one per handful.
Yeah, but imagine
I
a
don't mind.
hundy cold
But
fries.
yeah, all of them. But cold potatoes are probably the worst thing ever.
I like straight potatoes.
Es-
Anytime. Except fries.
Especially fries.
People with just like a poor, completely out of pocket music taste.
That's,
Meaning what?
Like somebody that would like only exclusively listen to like K-pop or something.
Keyword there is exclusive.
exclusively listening to any music is not good for you.
No.
Yeah, I've known
No.
guys who like only like death metal. It's like, dude, you don't like
It's-
anything else, really?
There's
Come
got to be
on.
something.
But there's no music or genre or band out there that I'm going to judge you for liking
There's,
if you like multiple things.
There's a couple.
Maybe besides K-pop.
I was going to say K-pop's pretty bad.
Look, is it for me? No. I'm not going to judge you for liking it.
Yes.
Barring it's not the only thing you like? No.
It's
So, other than smoking cigars, what is an old person habit you have?
hard candy.
Watching Jeopardy.
Oh, wait. Old person habit I have?
Hard candy definitely falls
For
in
sure.
that category.
Hard
For sure.
candy's definitely
But that
up
should
there.
make a comeback.
That was very quick. You were
do
ready for
love-
that
Nate,
one.
I
Shane,
like
your
hard candy.
favorite hard candy.
Jolly Ranchers.
I'm going to go butterscotch, dude.
Yeah, that's definitely a new school hard candy. I was
It
expecting
is.
butterscotch.
But butterscotch
Look,
is
dude,
good.
my great-grandfather in that picture
Yeah.
loved butterscotches.
Dude,
100%.
Actually,
The-
I think I see one in that picture, actually.
the best old person candy, and this is a hill that I'll die on, is those little strawberries that they have all
The
wrapped
cream
up.
savers, yeah.
Yeah. Those are amazing.
They made a comeback.
My friend Gage at work brought in a bunch of them and just started handing them out like an old
I
person.
have some at my house.
Do you really?
Yeah, in
Can
a
you-
container.
Can you please bring them into the podcast next week?
You could go to Cam's house, actually, and just hang out
Yeah,
with
how
him.
about that?
We are making
Instead.
plans to hang out this
Spend time with
weekend.
him
That
and his
is a good
family,
idea.
you know.
Yeah, be a friend.
Come around.
I'm calling
Make
off this
appearances.
weekend, so
Hold on,
old
I think
person
there's,
habit
There's more
ideal.
here, of course. And also, I'm going to push back. I don't think cigars is an old person thing.
I don't
I think
it
we all
is.
think it was.
It was.
But we've been to enough lounges to know that, honestly, I see more
Oh,
middle-aged and
come
younger
on.
people than just old guys.
We're in a cigar group with all old dudes.
Group, yes. But
Oh.
how often do you actually go to cigar lounges? Not near as
Uh,
much as me, to be fair.
Correct.
Right?
No, they're starting to get younger.
Our card game at Casa is myself, maybe I wouldn't call
Well,
Courtney an old guy.
That's a little more niche though, because that's poker involved.
To a degree, but even then, even just non-poker nights, the events, cigars have kind of crossed
They
the
have now.
age
well,
gap.
But they're still looked at as an old person thing.
I don't
Before I
think
knew that, I
so.
thought so.
because at my buddy's wedding, he's only 23, and he had
At
a cigar
events
bar.
like that, it's a little different
Yeah, wedding shouldn't count.
because it's like a classy thing. That's
But it-
that's for class.
It was literally, hey, go to the gas station and get these cigars. And me and Joey Hallbecker were like, no, we're going to the
Again,
smoke
not,
shop.
not the
and getting them.
quality of the smoke, but the idea of smoking a cigar
It's
is
old
a classier
people-esque.
thing.
Another,
I have the urge to sit on my front porch and yell at people.
That's
to
not
yell?
old either. That's not old.
It is.
I don't
dude.
think I think yelling makes it old, but sitting
I
on
think
the front
once
porch.
you get married and have your own place, that's initial just instinct.
I think
And like, I just go and look outside in my window.
Now that is old.
that is an old thing to do.
Like-
that definitely qualifies as an old guy thing.
I'll get up, and one of the first things I do every morning is just stand at my the big bay window, and just stare out of it.
Dude,
What are you wearing?
you know what?
Most of the time, just basketball shorts.
Okay,
I-
if you went robe like I do,
I want one. I don't
Dude.
own a robe.
I will get you a robe.
I
Please
can't
do.
even hate on you because I've done the same thing at your house.
It's a great window to look out
Well,
of.
dude, the Chrysler guy.
Well, that doesn't count. That's
Take
a
it back.
completely different situation.
Old guy thing. Locating great windows.
Yeah.
If you differentiate good from bad windows, you're an old guy.
Well, dude, I don't know if you know this about me. I used to sell doors and windows.
I did not know
for
that.
Lowe's.
Yeah,
Make
I
good
was
money.
their specialist.
Good
Yeah.
salesman.
Same
he,
money
He
I
moved
made.
up pretty
You
quick.
try hard.
His commission
No.
wasn't as good as it should have been, but he could have been making bank.
I could have been. It was like, I forget the threshold, but I think after 100,000, you made like 500 extra a month.
Call me out. Old guy thing. Driving the speed limit.
No, I don't do that.
Cruise control 2 over. Locked in.
Depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
Now, if you're cranking Nickelback, then you can't go 72.
No,
You're going 150.
At least.
I'm doing a constant 5 over.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's fine. That's regular traffic.
Yeah.
9, you're fine. 10, you're mine. That's the rules I live by.
Straight up.
Yeah.
That's guy rule number
Dude.
1. That's old guy rule number 1.
I've kind of like gone away from Nickelback and started going towards Creed.
You're going to the show, right?
Well, I bounce back and forth.
Yeah, you
Dude.
know, you could pick both.
I'm being so serious. I was drunk in the
So are we.
garage of my grandma's house on Christmas Day.
With arms wide open.
And I looked right at Michaela and said, "Can we please listen to Creed?" And she said, "We don't have a speaker."
Tell you what, break up with her right now.
And I feel like it's too trashy to throw on Creed on my phone.
Okay, whoa. What's trashy about Creed?
Creed on my phone,
On the
while
phone speaker,
it's pretty trashy.
it's pretty rough.
Is it?
That is. If I had a speaker, not at all.
Just the phone speaker, though. Nothing to do with anything on his phone speaker.
That
to
does
me.
factor in, I guess.
Yeah. But
But
another.
yeah, that, and then every day I just look into my backyard, even though there's nothing there ever.
Did you
Again,
really?
More homeowner than old
Yeah.
guy thing.
So
Well,
and I do this.
Now,
I do the
if you look
stance
out and say, my grass looks great, my neighbor's looks terrible, that's an old guy
every
thing.
time I mow.
So you're an old guy.
Yeah,
That works.
old
but
guy
it's
thing,
also my pose. Like I have the classic old guy stance.
Which is,
hands
just-
on hips.
Hands on hips, just looking out, but you want to like grumble.
slight giggle, like, this guy's lawn looks terrible.
Either that or just a grumble, like a low grumble. You can feel it building, but I get away from the window before I let it out. Because I don't want to be that old yet.
Okay, old guy thing / dad thing, judging your neighbors on things that they should be able to do.
Yeah. Such as like mowing their
Lawn care, grilling, smoking
taking
meat,
taking care of their kids.
I don't have
cleaning
that
a
issue.
car.
I don't have that issue.
You see a neighbor with a dirty car, you think, come on.
Honestly, if anything, my yard's the bad one, just because of
Is
the
it really?
lack
You're
of
still
actual
graduating
grass.
to territory. of
Well, we
old
have
guy /
we
dad.
don't have a lot of like lush grass.
Old guy thing that I do, dude? Hate on the younger generation.
You are the
No, there's one.
you're
younger
hating
than me.
on like 10-year-olds.
No,
Dude,
no.
you're like 7.
So my buddy Thomas and his girlfriend, we always hang out with like their family and stuff. And Sawyer is his younger brother.
How
Love-
old
Dude,
is
is
he?
Shane name
Like-
dropping a pet punishment?
No,
Should be a couple tamales.
but
That's like 19 different guys I've learned who their names were.
he's like
how old
show.
is he?
he's like 12. And I've
Yeah,
just,
you can't hate on
Dude,
10-year-olds.
you hang out with a 12-year-old?
it's not even hating. It's just like, what the hell are you laughing at? Because
me and Cam think that with
you
you.
have TikTok brain.
no,
Cam, how many times has Shane been like, "Oh, guys, this is hilarious. Watch this video." Shows us. and
usually it's
we
pretty funny.
don't laugh.
It's
No.
usually not. We usually just do a chuckle after we look at each other and realize this is not funny at all.
It's like we're trying
Okay,
to
but
outline.
9 out of 10 times, I will say it's an Instagram reel. of
Drink for time.
somebody
boys.
dying.
Maybe your
Next.
last pull there from that bottle.
If there was a zombie apocalypse, realistically, how long do you think you'd survive?
20 minutes, I'm killing myself.
Wow, coward's way out.
That is a coward's way
yeah.
out, dude. I'm getting mauled and turning into the greatest zombie to ever live, first
Dude,
of all.
I
That's how
don't-
I'm going out.
I don't want to live through that.
You say that, but human instinct is going
Is
to
to
kick
survive.
in. Yeah, you're going to want to survive.
Yeah, I'm killing myself.
My thought is, okay, I don't have a ton of food here.
Yeah, what's the prep here?
As
Do I
soon
get
as-
to prep?
Do I have a heads up of, hey guys, this time next month, it's going to hell?
Because if that's the case, I could definitely survive a lot longer than right now.
Oh yeah, we have prep
Because
time. That's
The
different.
non-perishables in my house are like 2 cans of green beans and 2 cans of corn.
Checks out. Yeah, and you've got more than me.
And at that point, you might as well just hop on my train, dude. Kill yourself.
No, I'd hunt.
Would
could
you?
still hunt. Yeah.
Where are you gonna hunt at in Xenia?
I'm
Well,
not
he's not staying
staying
there.
at home.
Where are you going?
I'm not telling you.
Why not? I was one of your groomsmen.
I might give a secret code, but I got to scope out the situation first.
I think, honestly, as much as you want to go be with your family and friends, I think you got to go lone wolf. Because I couldn't live with seeing my family and or friends
No chance.
in that situation.
No.
Now, you have a wife. You have to keep her.
Yeah, so I would like to compound it, probably, like in The Last of Us.
Can I get an invite there?
Yeah. But I have to scope out the situation before I send out invites.
I would just like to throw this out there.
No, we're calling.
Hey,
who did our merch?
dude.
Randy. We're going to Randy's
Randy
place,
Sherlin.
dude. We're going
Yeah.
to Randy's.
I think that you guys forget I am an EMT. So
Doesn't matter that much.
I
How
do
are you
have a
going to
little
fix
bit
a
of
zombie
value.
bite? Do you have zombie cure?
Maybe not, but
You
if
can
you
fix
get,
a broken leg.
if it's a broken leg, I can splint it.
If I break my leg, I deserve to be dead.
What?
Yes.
Like,
if you break
trip
your
and roll your ankle, like he could
I
wrap
should
it
be
up.
dead. No, I'm dead.
Shane would be a good guy to have on your team,
I think so.
He
but
keep-
I
he keep
also
morale high.
think he would just be hammered the entire time.
Oh
Let's,
yeah,
let's be honest.
dude.
If it was me, I'm probably going to sit in here, lock that door, smoke the 20 sticks I have in that humidor.
And whenever it happens, it happens.
Yeah, if you're trying
Right
to go,
now,
Then why'd you hate on me for saying I'd kill myself? That's basically the same thing.
he's enjoying
not,
his
though.
life.
you're immediately like 20 minutes in. Oh, I'm going to shoot myself in the head. It's weak.
That's like,
Very weak.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going and taking
Dude.
over a farm somewhere.
Which I think you could do.
Maybe gym traffickants.
I'm taking over a farm close enough to a grocery store for early runs, but far enough.
Oh, that's tough. I want to go to like somewhere there's people will not be at.
You like to think
Well, yeah,
that you could take over a
But
grocery
I know,
store.
like, my stepdad's cabin, for instance, it's like 35 minutes from any basically civilization, but it's also in a valley.
Close enough. And you have a good perimeter. Yeah, that's top notch.
But I'd love to be on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, but
I
you're
think
in
that's
Ohio,
perfect
so
case
good luck.
scenario. Even just a large hill.
You got to think, how much gas is in your tank right now? That's
I've got
probably all you got.
I need to definitely take Shaylee's car then.
I've got about, no, I feel like you get a lot more. Go to a gas station,
They're gone, dude.
go behind the counter, put in as much money as you want to. Is the prepay?
Nobody else is there.
That's fine. Break the door.
I mean, other
You'd have to
vagrants.
be the first person to the gas station.
Otherwise, you're
Yeah.
getting beat to death for your gas.
I think the
And
real
your
move
vehicle.
is steal a semi.
Yeah.
Or know a guy with a semi.
Or a
That
Tesla.
too.
No, you know,
Electricity is the first thing to go,
Gone,
dude.
dude.
Is it?
The grid.
Your car says, guess what? You can't open the door.
That's true.
Then what? You get eaten by 19 zombies.
Shane just wants to play Fortnite while he's driving.
I
Fortnite
do.
also down.
One last time.
No
Dude.
connection, no Wi-Fi.
The big screen playing Fortnite in my car while I'm driving.
If you had to go out, though, that's pretty good away.
Yeah, I don't know. Right now, with no prep, I'd say probably at least a couple weeks.
You think you could go a couple weeks?
I've got plenty of rounds, plenty of knives. I think I could scrounge up some food. I know how to make a fire. I've got like 17 lighters at my house with all full. So I think if it was like, oh, we got to go right now, I could get enough stuff together to survive a while.
I'd say barring crossing paths with another group, give me a month.
Yeah.
After that, things are going to get,
Pretty dicey
Yeah,
if
we're-
you don't have the
if-
handle of it.
yeah.
If I'm not immediately killing myself, probably a couple weeks.
I mean, really, your main thought is, I have to become a warlord.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
can't survive being just a peasant.
Gotta
the
be
only thing is,
warlord.
I don't think I have the guns to be a warlord.
But you could serve in Cam's army.
I'm fine with
You could.
that.
You'd be bottom of the barrel.
Dude, I'd be a medic. What
You
are
gotta
you
work your
talking
way
about?
out.
What are you talking? Dude, medic, bottom of the barrel?
Yeah, but
There's
you'd
no
be
way.
a combat medic.
Yeah, that's not bottom of the barrel.
So while you're patching a guy up out there and I'm shutting the gates because
Guess
I
what?
know what's happening.
Guess who's getting bit, dude?
Dude, no way.
Yeah,
Then
dude.
maybe you're immune. Maybe you
'Cause
have
then
a
you're-
gene.
it would be impossible to not open the gates for someone you know.
Yeah.
Define someone you know.
Someone
One
you
of
love.
us.
Love is a much stronger word. Okay, yeah, you gotta.
Dude, one of us, I'm opening
I'd
the
rather
gates,
die with somebody I love than live by myself
knowing that I just
for
got them
6
killed.
months in depression.
Go ahead and crush a bottle pool, boys.
Can we go to break here? I got to take a leak like a racehorse.
Sure, we will be back right after this.
Fun fact, my bottle's empty.
3, 2.
Now, Shane, last One Too Many, we talked about embarrassing moments.
We did.
And you told maybe the best story ever told on this podcast. For the new viewers, could you please rehash that?
I can't tell it again.
Maybe Cliff Notes, a
I
quick
can't.
version.
His penis did not work while he was attempting to have intercourse with a woman.
And you would think that as a negative story, but turns out.
Dude, turns out, best thing that's ever happened.
He is now
Well,
dating
best,
that woman
strong word.
and in love with her.
Yes, that is correct.
Tell you what, the respect I have for you to take that moment and not only be ashamed by it, but turn it around
Dude,
into a relationship making kind of moment.
it's honestly, I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Does it ever get brought up as a joke?
No.
Definitely
No,
should.
It needs
Because
to.
to this day, she doesn't know that I did it.
What? Okay.
That I took the pills while I was on alcohol, so it just completely. She doesn't know that I took the pills.
But no, she knows it.
You have to tell her.
She
She
knows
knows
it.
it
I
didn't
can't.
work.
Huh?
She knows it didn't work.
Yeah, I blamed it on whiskey dick like any self-respecting man
Dude,
would do.
tell her, dude.
I can't.
That is so funny. You can now that you're in love with each other.
Cam, could we send her a link with a timestamp?
I'm
to
gonna
that
tell her.
episode?
Please don't.
If
I-
we ever meet her.
I would greatly appreciate it if you don't do that.
You can't hide this. It's a fun inside joke,
No, that,
dude.
that's honestly, it's probably more of like bachelorette party story.
Yeah.
/ wedding story. Which we can save for that time. Again, if we ever do meet her.
It would be such a hilarious inside joke for you guys, though.
The inside joke is just the fact that the whole thing was supposed to be a hookup and then it wasn't.
Yeah, but that
Not really a
specific moment.
Just good luck.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a story that I'm super proud of.
But it's so funny.
it's
I
funny.
will say, I've known Shane for, I don't know, maybe 8-9 months now, give or take.
And what have
Yeah.
you done that you've been proud of?
That's not where I was going.
I'm a first responder.
As you should be proud of that, for sure. But I was going to say, Shane, compared to totally head over heels in love Shane,
Completely different.
way different.
Yeah.
As you should be.
Dude.
And that makes me pretty happy, man.
He's now Honeymoon Shane. Before he was Pinecone.
Officially, Dude, Pinecone's dead. He's been long dead.
Long dead.
But Honeymoon Shane, absolute baller.
Legend.
dude,
Shane, give me that glass over there by you. The Glencairn.
I don't know what that means.
The glass in front of you.
This one?
Yep.
All right. I don't want to knock over this little totem pole thing.
Now, what is your favorite thing about Michaela?
Sense of humor by far.
They
She
do have
does
a
love
very
Shane Gillis.
similar sense of humor.
Dude, genuinely one of the funniest people I've ever met, which is actually crazy to me.
And probably the most, if not, probably the most important thing in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like if Cam, if Shayla didn't think you were funny, you wouldn't be married.
Ooh, I don't have a lot else going for me, dude.
Exactly.
Dude.
You know, if she didn't laugh at your jokes, like why would you be with her? You know?
She doesn't. Like some of them, she's just like, that's dumb.
But that's funny.
It's not even
Because she respects it. She,
yeah.
you know.
it's not even that she finds me funny, it's that I genuinely find her funny. Like what we do, I don't know if you guys will find this funny, but we'll go out like while we're in public and try to make each other look as bad as possible.
That's hilarious.
So
That's funny.
So what's the best she's gotten you?
best she's gotten me was probably when we were at Meyer. We were looking
This
at
guy loves Bowl. Look at this dumbass.
no. We were in Meyer, and she started acting like we had been together for 6 years. And she's like, yeah, you know, it'd be nice to have a ring on this finger, but somebody doesn't believe in marriage.
I was gonna say, you ever go to
Wow,
like
that's
a
good.
jewelry store?
It gets worse. It gets worse. And I'm like, I told you I'll do it when the time's right. And she's like, well, was the time right when you slept with my sister?
Oh,
She's throwing fucking
Dude,
shots, man.
No, she
that's
got me.
hilarious.
The only time that I've gotten her.
Were you even able to respond to that?
No, no. 'Cause
No.
you think honestly in that moment, I would think, is she serious?
Wait,
I didn't do that, right?
The only time that I've outdone her was when she did the same bit. She's acting like I just won't propose. And I said, she goes, well, you know, after 5 years, but, you know, someone doesn't believe in marriage. And I said, well, the first 3, you cheated on me. That's
Heyo.
the only time I've
Solid.
ever gotten her back.
Solid. I'll
Those are
tell you
good
what, I would
jokes.
love, hopefully one day soon before me and Cam both die, to actually meet her. If she is real.
That would be nice.
I've
Two
told
guys
you,
that
dude.
would be in your wedding, you know, maybe at this
We could
point
meet her on that
met her
day.
by now. No.
No, you two are meeting her. We're literally making plans to hang out this weekend. I'm calling off.
Does the toilet paper go over or under?
Shane, if you answer this incorrectly.
Over.
Over. Thank you. Yes,
Over is the correct
Yeah.
answer.
What kind
Mama
of question
Kel,
even is
if
that?
you are a under lady, then
She's not. But she does buy the worst quality TP known to man.
no way.
Dude,
Worse
my
than
mom does
work?
the same thing.
Way worse than work. Work's fine. Work's okay.
I've actually asked my mom where she buys toilet paper before because it's so bad.
You never want to go there.
No, like
I'll
I
go to
don't
BT
understand
down
it.
the road.
It's not worth saving an extra couple bucks. It's not, dude. Be able to wipe your ass in comfort.
If there's one thing you want to splurge on for $3
There's a
extra
couple
dollars.
things. Cereal.
Yes.
Good question. Yeah, things you actually will splurge on for name brand or better quality.
Cereal, Pop-Tarts, TP.
Gotta have name brand Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. One thing that's not worth splurging
I actually
on.
picked up some Hot Fudge Sundae ones.
Ooh,
Those
top
are
5.
so good.
Dude, way better than I remember as a young lad.
Cookies and cream, A1.
They don't make them anymore, but my favorite
S'mores,
flavor
too.
that they've ever had was the strawberry milkshake.
I wasn't a
Up
fan of
there.
those.
Dude.
I'll take classic strawberry, though.
Yeah,
No,
the
the-
classic strawberry, cherry.
The strawberry
I'm a big
milkshake,
fan of the chocolate chip.
I haven't had those.
Chocolate chip. Yeah, no
I've got some
frosting,
at the
just a
house.
little glaze, a little
Yeah,
strudel
I've got some at the house.
My number one they make right now is probably brown sugar cinnamon.
Oh, my God.
It's
Num-
good, though.
Number 2, probably the hot fudge sundae. And then
Delicious.
number 3, cookies and cream.
No wrong answer here.
No.
Dude, if I had $1 for every single cookies and cream Pop-Tart I've bashed in my life,
I'd be rich.
I'd
I'd
have
be
at
richer
least
than rich, dude.
$70 minimum.
Music questions.
Whoa, I just woke up again.
Yep. I'm not drunk anymore.
What kind of genre do you absolutely hate or just dislike?
K-pop.
I can't even hate K-pop because it's so unique to what it is, right? And honestly, do you know any K-pop lovers?
I don't, but every time I listen to the music, like I'll hear it and I'll be like, this is actually disgusting. I don't know.
but you
how
know what? We
anyone
both
listens to
know a lot of
it. What?
bro country listeners.
What do we mean by like Florida Georgia Line kind of country?
FGL, Luke
Yeah.
Bryan, Sam Hunt, any kind of song that says my blue jeans on and we're having fried chicken by the lake on a night with some Bud Light,
Those are horrible.
I'm going to kill myself.
I did get forced into going to a Kane Brown concert, and it was actually the worst thing that I've ever
Kane
done
Brown
in my
even
life.
is halfway
It's
decent.
not, Kane Brown's not that bad.
He has 2 good songs.
That's 2 better than Florida Georgia Line or Luke Bryan.
That is true.
Luke Bryan's got. What's
Name it.
that?
Name one. Name one good Luke Bryan song.
Isn't he
man.
in?
I know there's one.
He's
song.
in By Dirt. I like that song.
What?
Isn't it By Dirt?
I don't know. I don't listen to country radio, dude.
There's one decent song of Luke Bryan.
I find that frankly hard to believe. At least the man cannot sing.
It is By Dirt, or it's just called Dirt.
So he has Country Girl.
Not good.
No,
It's not a great
Look,
song.
if you're
Horrible.
10 beers in at a karaoke bar, it's tolerable.
I do quite enjoy the song Knockin' Boots.
I do not.
Come on, dude.
I do.
Where do we
So-
stand on Morgan Wallen?
I like Morgan Wallen.
Same thing. I think he has like 3 good songs.
He does. He has some good songs.
None of which he actually wrote, which to me goes a long way. I respect the writer more than the singer.
I didn't know that he didn't write his own songs.
No,
Honestly.
Cover Me Up.
That's an amazing song.
You know who wrote that? Jason
Idris Elba.
Isbell.
Or yeah.
Drake. Drake write that song.
Why did I just want to say Idris Elba
Wasn't
like
quite
he's not an actor?
Idris Elba.
Okay, I missed that entirely. Can we... Shay, can you explain to the folks at home who Idris Elba is?
He's an actor, not a singer.
I really don't know if there's a genre I absolutely hate.
I think.
And I'll casually listen to anything. I'm not like, oh, turn this off.
Overall, agreed.
What's
Agreed. I
what's
think-
your hardcore like? If you were to explain your music taste to somebody, what would you explain it to?
I have no idea.
Versatile.
Yeah.
Versatile. You don't have like
Pretty
one
much,
genre that
no.
sticks above the rest.
No.
I mean,
For me-
I'm always going to love hard rock, heavy metal the most, but I love R&B, bluegrass, classical. I mean, if it's good, it's good. I don't care about the genre.
See, to me, I feel like above everything else, I've got to go with like 90s to 2000s rock. And
Grunge / post-grunge, all that stuff.
then I don't even know if I'd classify it as grunge. It's like
new metal, like Deftones, System of a Down,
they're like number
Slipknot,
2.
Tool.
For me, it's like Creed, Green Day, Three Doors Down, 3 Days Grace, Beartooth, stuff like that.
Oh, well, Beartooth is a whole different genre by themselves.
Who is the most underrated band?
Let me pull up my list here. In terms of like critical mass, like reception,
Sure.
underrated.
Um,
My first thought says a band called Queensrÿche, which you guys probably know, Jet City Woman.
Yeah.
But one of the great prog metal bands of the 80s, like Maiden to a degree.
I will say Nickelback.
Nickelback's up there just because of all of the mass hate.
Not underrated, just overhated.
Yeah.
And underrated.
I'll give you that overall. They have great songs. All the Wrong Reasons is a great record, front to back, no filler,
Correct.
Dude,
which you crank up pretty often.
Semi-daily basis.
Of course, Crowbar, top 10 for me, small underground metal band. Love him to death. Alter Bridge, finally getting bigger. Miles Kennedy, the best vocalist of the past since Chris Cornell came on the scene. Typo. Incubus, sneaky great.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Drive and Wish You Were Here.
Yeah.
But they have a 4-record stretch of, again, 45 great songs.
Pretty much every song, every band in my Divorced Dads playlist is
Yeah.
probably very underrated.
I was going to say
Who hates divorced dad rock?
It's impossible.
divorced moms.
Checks out.
Yeah.
That might be the best response you've ever given on the show. And for that, I say we drink.
Top 3. Also, give me a lighter there, somebody.
For my most underrated, I'd probably go like 9 Inch Nails. I feel like nobody talks
They're
about them.
not underrated.
Dude, I feel like they're not loved.
They're
I don't.
if you think industrial metal, they're the first band that people name.
Are they?
They're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What do we mean by industrial metal? I don't even know what that means.
Their genre, which they pretty
They're
much
in the
created,
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Are
which
they?
is not a great thing by itself, but overall, Nine Inch Nails, yeah, they're beloved and respected, and definitely not underrated.
Most overrated band.
Overrated?
You know where I'm going here,
Nirvana.
of course.
I love Nirvana, but they are overrated.
Look, I respect them. I like some of their songs. I'm glad they brought that whole movement to the forefront. But compared to Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Mudhoney, Green River, they're by far the worst band of that entire scene.
I'll be honest, though. I feel like after Nirvana, it's Bon Jovi.
Don't ever speak again.
Look, they
Dude.
have like a couple big hits, right?
They
Don't ever
do.
speak again. Guns N' Roses, very overrated.
Guns
with-
N'
I'm with you
Roses
there.
is overrated. I'm with you on
but
that.
don't ever say Bon Jovi.
Debut record, incredible. I'll give Appetite all its props. Slash, very talented. But if you like,
And
if
ageless.
you like GNR, just go listen to
Def
Slash.
Leppard.
No, oh, please, no. Oh my God, not Def Leppard.
Def Leppard's the same band.
I hate Def Leppard so much more than GNR.
Do you really?
Yes,
They're the same band.
they're not though.
They are.
As much as hate as I give Axl, the man could sing. But go listen to Slash feat Miles Kennedy and his band. They are
Slash.
so much better.
Slash is so good, though.
Yes, overrated. Yes, but very talented.
Slash
And
is not overrated.
He is though.
Slash himself is not overrated.
Only because he's such a personality. People know Slash more than they know Slash's guitar playing.
His guitar playing is elite.
Very good. Elite
Oh,
is a
dude.
bit of a strong point.
I don't know why I just thought about this. The most underrated band, Greta Van Fleet.
Shut the fuck up.
It's like, dude, Greta Van Fleet is so good.
Hey Cam, let's go rip off Zeppelin and be our own band. And act like it's a
In
cool
what
thing.
ways has music impacted your life?
Maybe more than anything else.
I
honestly.
look for more meaning behind music now, but than I do.
Mine is pretty much just complete bliss.
Yeah.
In all honesty, like
Like-
No, music. I've bonded with more people much stronger.
in hard times, there's always music, and it's just a
Yeah,
place
when-
of peace.
When you're at your lowest, what do? Walk in your room and read a book or put
No.
a song on?
You're going to listen to
Well-
like some kind of music.
Unfair. You do read, which I respect a lot. In fact, I'm kind of jealous of that.
I am too. I could never sit down and just
But no,
read a book.
any mood you have, music's always there.
Yeah,
And again, for me, I've bonded with so many people much stronger than I would over anything else for music. I
Yeah.
play music. I write music.
You write music?
Yeah, I
he
do.
dabbles.
Why did I just now find this out?
Because I keep it private, It's personal.
Dude,
and I'm such a perfectionist that I don't like actually
Dude, he sits up here and rips bass.
trade on.
I knew that you played bass.
You see my rig.
Yeah. But why did I not know that you write music?
Because I don't talk about it.
It's
I'm the classic, closeted artist,
Yeah.
Okay, well, now that I know this.
sing
and
us a song. Sing us a song.
No.
Today is going to be the day that they're going to give it back to you. But
No,
no, I
but-
can't. If there was life without music, I'd probably kill myself.
I do seriously want to hear that, though.
Well, we'll get there one day.
Okay.
Which
Maybe
song
when I meet Michaela.
always makes you sad when you hear it?
No Complaints by Noah Kahn.
I got to get into Noah Kahn, dude.
Dude, you really need to. It's basically a song about a guy that grew up in a shitty household and his relationship's falling apart. And he's pretty much blaming it on the way that he grew up. But, it's not all his fault.
So this was like you 7 months ago.
Yes. Dude, it's
Is that when
actually-
you got into Noah Kahn?
That's why I
No.
connected. Yeah, of course.
I got
There's-
into Noah Kahn. I was looking at the Spotify Wrapped, and since he was like my most listened to, it was literally all year long, all Noah Khan.
That checks out.
Look,
Yeah.
there's no better feeling than when you hear a song and you think, holy shit,
That is me.
this guy wrote this for me.
Yeah.
So Pearl Jam, Black. Live version especially. Loving somebody you can't have. But it's out there. You got to think, you know what? Got to move on.
That checks out.
Got to get by with it, you know?
Yeah.
That checks out.
Cast in the Cradle.
That
Look,
is a
me and my
great
dad,
song.
very close, but you put yourself in that mindset of this guy. When you coming home, son? I don't know when. But we'll get together then, Dad.
I just try not to listen to sad music
Northern Attitude's pretty
I
good.
love-
because a lot of it just makes
Now,
you
see,
sad.
You're so much different because again, you don't cry over movies. You don't like sad music. I like being and having that experience of,
Well,
I do
having
like
to feel
connecting.
emotional.
I'll
and
cry
being
while I'm
sad.
listening to music.
but not movies.
No.
Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that. So okay, what song would make you tear up a little bit? Because there's some for me that are sad and also just so beautiful I have to cry. Like Whitney Houston singing "I'll Always Love You" isn't sad,
but you'll
but
cry.
it's so
That's different.
freaking beautiful
Yeah.
that you can't have anything but an emotional response.
What song makes me sad every time I hear it?
The music that plays when Boromir dies.
You're gonna go
A
far.
lot
What's
of
up
film
there?
score.
Dude, I
What's
don't.
up there?
You guys haven't listened to, dude. You're gonna go far is crazy sad. Basically, this guy's watching all of his friends like go off to college, and he's watching his family all go and do different things.
I'm gonna cry already.
And it's
Oh.
basically like him saying, "Don't feel bad that like I'm still stuck here. Go be happy. I'll be happy for you."
Absolute classic, but I think all three of us can appreciate. Johnny Cash covers of "Hurt."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That-
guy at the end of his life covering that song.
Have you heard his grandson cover
Honestly,
his
Yeah,
songs?
phenomenal.
I Fall
He's so
Apart by
good.
Post Malone gets me every time.
Yeah.
Very good, very emotional. Love me some
And it's
Post.
crazy because the story behind that's like his high school girlfriend of like 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
But which I love more because if you're at that age and you can write a song about that and make it seem that emotional, like of course looking back, no one thinks their high school sweetheart is that big of a deal, right?
Feeling Whitney's up there too.
And then
not
I'll
as much sad for me.
breeze
I
past
think it
this
is.
one for me, but best live performance you've ever seen?
Had to be Kid Cudi, right, in Oklahoma City.
Best live performance I've ever seen. Probably. This is gonna be like super off the wall, but Kid Leroy, just a great performer. Honestly.
Really?
Yes.
I
His
think I just
voice
reacted,
is
I
so
reacted physically to that one,
nasally.
so I'm gonna take a drink.
So I didn't even have really a say in going to this concert. I was just hanging out with Colton one day, and he's like, "Hey, I just got us pit tickets to Kid Leroy." So we went, and this was like pretty close after when Juice World died, and
So
He-
for underlying reasons.
yes, but also because so he came into the pit while we were in there because after his show he does like an encore, but he'll go like, I don't even know how he does it because he slipped off stage and then popped up just in the middle of the crowd to perform, and that was just so cool. Like I was like 5 feet away from him.
Here are a couple quick questions.
whoa, I didn't answer yet.
Oh, my bad.
I've seen so many great concerts, but I think the one that stands above, if I had to pick one, Slayer's farewell tour at
that
Riverbend
checks out.
with both Slayer, Testament, Anthrax. And granted, there was no pit because it's seated areas, but man, the energy there was just unreal. Unreal.
Got a couple questions directed specifically at Austin.
Oh snap!
Uh,
Can we put a Shane twist on them?
not these ones. Realistically, what piece or pieces do Dallas Cowboys need to get over the divisional round hump?
Does the head coach count?
Sure.
First round draft pick, head coach, please. Does health count? Because fully healthy, you throw Trayvon Diggs back in there. Fully healthy offensive line. I think we're right there with San Fran. Probably a better number 2 wideout. I like Cooks a lot. I like Gallup. But a bigger threat there to take some pressure off CD would be nice. Outside of that, I don't know, maybe a better linebacker core. Probably our weak spot in defense, but still not bad.
It's a respectable answer. Another one specifically for you. What? Oh, man.
Oh, good Lord. Here we go.
I got to turn this into a question.
Okay.
How did it feel
Terrible.
when the Reds started their resurgence, knowing that it was Joey Votto's last year as a Red?
God, could there be a more emotionally wrecking question? Look, again, I wish he would have came back for one more year. Hopefully we sign him as like a hitting coach or some kind of assistant. So we'll still be around the team. It was the closing of one door and the opening of another, which is so great to see. But to sit through 15 years of Joey, only 2 playoff appearances, like legitimately. It's bittersweet, of course, yeah.
So that question was from your dad.
Oh, Pops, come on now. Did you have to go that deep in the heart? I hope all these guys blow up. Hopefully we pay them like the Braves, team-friendly deals for the next 10 years, sign them all up. But even if we win 3 rings, to know that Joey never got one would be a stab in the heart.
Question coming in from Uncle Sean. Why does your Uncle Sean rule so hard?
Well, there's many reasons. First of all, he's hilarious.
I think we can all chime in on this one. Uncle Sean's just a great dude.
Yeah, there's no better comedic partner to bounce off of, including both of you, than Uncle Sean. I've known the guy for my entire life, of course. My very first memories was watching him play Midnight Club at my grandmother's house.
That's pretty epic.
Midnight
memory,
Club,
dude.
and I forget which GTA it was. I want to say San Andreas, around 04,
that checks
05.
out.
Probably that, yeah. And a lot of my music, if I recall, back in the day, driving around with Uncle Sean, Nickelback on, 3 Days Grace, that whole 05, 06 rock scene.
Dude, can we please get tickets to go see this Creed concert at Riverbend?
We already have them, dumbass.
We have tickets.
You and Michaela, get on it.
You guys haven't bought tickets yet?
No.
I've bought like 10.
I bought tickets like 2 months ago.
Are you serious?
Dude,
As soon as it announced.
Me, Cam, Shaylee, Jake, Elena, Courtney, Joey, Balin and Riss.
I didn't realize that I was this far behind.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
get
Sherman
on
and
it.
Molly are coming.
Sherman, even better.
Where are you guys sitting at? Are you
Queen-
on? Are
lawn,
you guys on
dude.
the
No,
lawn?
lawn all
Yeah.
day. Dude.
Okay.
Another question specifically for Austin from Uncle Sean. When are you going to quit being a little bitch and buy a motorcycle?
Every year come springtime, I get bike fever. Hopefully, I don't know, realistically, 2026 or 7 would be nice.
So this is going to come from an EMT that works around here. Please don't make me scoop you off the street.
I will do my best to avoid that.
I'd really appreciate that.
Got 2 for Shane.
Okay.
Where is the oblique?
It's not funny.
It's right under the ribs.
Okay, he has learned nothing. And are the Washington Commanders in Washington State?
No, they are not.
Good job.
They are in D.C.
You know, you've come a long way since 4 weeks ago.
Did I say they were in Washington State?
Yes.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
That was mentioned to me post-show like 3 times.
Are you serious?
Does Shane really think they're in Washington State?
I'm going to be so honest. I don't even remember saying that.
For sure.
What is a weird food combo that you love?
Automatic response. My grandmother growing up, after you've all gone to like the pool or the lake,
Yeah.
Yeah.
peanut butter and potato chip sandwiches.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Think about it.
That's
It's
strange.
way better than you think.
Because I like the lunch meat potato chip sandwiches.
Strong.
But that's a classic. That's not weird.
But PB and some Lay's tater chips. After a nice 2 hours of swimming out there on, Deer Creek Lake or pond, whatever it's called now,
I don't know.
it hits.
I don't know if this counts as weird, but every year around this time, my mom buys like the Esther Price like chocolate covered potato chips, and those are so good, dude.
That's
So
weird.
they sell those.
They do.
they
I
sell 'em? It's not
love
weird.
chocolate covered bacon.
I haven't had that.
Classic. Yeah.
Bacon
Trying to think if
cupcakes.
there's anything weird that I make. I mean, I put syrup in my gravy. That's kind of weird.
No, because you're a chef, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
And it's not just gravy. It's your whole thing.
It's
The
yeah,
ambiance.
yeah.
You need that.
Syrup and eggs is really good, but I don't know if that's weird.
Not weird.
Not weird. I
common.
used to be a fan. Now I'm just a hot sauce guy.
Yeah, I'm straight hot sauce eggs guy. Sandwiches wise, you go stuffed grilled cheese. Not that weird. Got to do that.
Did you guys ever eat at that Melt restaurant when they were
Yes.
around?
Of course. Yes.
Everything they had there was weird,
God,
but it was
those
The
really
Cuban
good.
War Pig.
What was your go-to weird thing from Melt?
backyard barbecue.
Which was?
It was pulled pork. I think there was hamburger meat in there, mac and cheese, and then some other stuff.
Mine's the Cuban War Pig every time, dude.
Me and Cam went there once exactly.
Yeah.
Remember how that ended?
Yes, I do.
I ate half of a chicken parm stuffed sandwich, right? Tons of stuff on there. Ate half. Came home, I think, to record the podcast.
It was.
And on the way home, maybe 5 minutes from my house, somebody cuts me off. I'm in the right lane, no less. A bright red, large
Somebody
truck
cut you off in the right
Yeah.
lane.
cut me off right in front of me.
I can
slam
count-
the brakes. My sandwich goes all over my floorboards, totally
A
ruined.
whole half.
Dude, Melt wasn't cheap either. I'd be pissed.
I'll be honest, maybe the single most time I've been upset in my entire life.
Dude,
Cam,
Melt,
we had to be due for a drink now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Melt was like $20 a sandwich.
Yeah, but they were sandwiches you could eat for 2 days.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
they were
9
amazing.
pounds of food.
I forgot to add the backyard barbecue thing that I would get. It was deep fried mac and cheese.
Ooh, mac and cheese bites. Yeah, the Cuban War Pig had fried pickles, honey mustard, pulled pork, ham, every other kind of pig. It was delicious.
That actually sounds really good.
Open back up, please.
What movie could you watch on repeat and never tire of?
Okay, I say one comedy, one drama each.
One comedy, one drama.
Step Brothers comedy.
That's what I was going to say. But-
Comedy-wise, I guess I'll go Tropic Thunder, of course.
I did see a funny meme that said the recast for Kang, and it was
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
as, oh Lord, I forget his name in the movie. But yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great. Drama, I've seen Dark Knight probably 95 times. Never gets old. I can't not go with that. I'll quote the
honestly,
entire thing line by line. But although Lord of the Rings makes it strong, do I get all three?
Oh, yeah. If we pick a series, are we allowed to throw the whole series
Sure.
on repeat?
Lord of the Rings for sure.
I'm going to go Harry Potter.
I mean, you get 9 of those. That's fair.
Yeah. But for comedy,
yeah, I'll probably have to go with Lord of the Rings as well.
Extended, of course.
Naturally.
My friend.
While
deep
reading the
out to
books,
no one.
smoking a Gandalf pipe, and playing Lord of the Rings chess.
If you think you've ever peaked, you've not peaked until you've watched the entire 12 and a half hour Lord of the Rings
Smoking
trilogy
Gandalf's pipe.
whilst smoking Gandalf's pipe
for comedy,
and drinking mead, probably.
for
Fucking
comedy,
Gimli.
Gimli,
hands on.
Gimli definitely drank mead.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go super bad.
It's a good one.
Classic, top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dude, I'll never forget the moment that I knew Michaela had a sense of humor was when I showed her super bad. Because she had never seen it
Because
before.
she was Jules.
She's never seen it before.
But in school, though, she was Jules.
Not really.
She was. Who was the warlock?
Are you talking about the girl that McLovin fucked?
No. Whoa. Language, please.
Oh.
Also, no. When they're at the store, McGovern goes in the store. She says, "Oh, she's had a breast reduction. They've been more shapely and pronounced." They get a glimpse of these warlocks, and they run after her. What's her name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's
But
your favorite
dude-
comedy.
My favorite part in that whole movie is when they're at that party and the girl starts twerking on Jonah Hill.
That's number one.
That's pretty funny.
There's so many though.
That's
There's
so
But
funny.
Shane, you do for a pool there.
many. These eyes.
Second favorite is
you.
Just McLovin with the cops.
McLovin.
So you say you're roughly like him or like you?
Huh?
A woman? No. I mean, like, was he like us, or was he,
I'm
how
following.
tall?
Shane's lost.
I'm so
Yeah,
lost.
it's his favorite comedy,
Dude has
and he can't
no
even
idea.
quote it.
I'm-
Jesus Christ!
Dude, I'm beyond plastered right now.
I honestly don't think you are.
Take
I didn't
that pool.
eat before I came.
Cam, so you're locking in.
Lord of the Rings and Step Brothers.
Yeah, Step Brothers number 2 for sure.
In the past, people were buried with 3 items they would need in the afterlife. What 3 things would be buried with you so you could use them in the afterlife?
Liquor, cigarettes, and
Oh my God.
some kind of a TV.
Jesus Christ.
I'll be honest. If we're rating 2 out of 10, that's a 0.5 score there.
What
pal.
do you mean, dude? I would be so happy if constantly I had liquor and cigarettes.
But you don't even do that now.
Because
Correct.
I can't. I have to work 5 days a
It's
week.
something that you use in your daily life that brings you joy.
Okay, then.
Cocaine, heroin, and meth.
Methamphetamines. No. Stuff that I use in my daily life.
Or that just brings you great amounts of joy.
Something to listen to music on.
I was going to say record player.
Yeah.
Assuming in the afterlife you get nothing else besides these 3 things.
Do you get the records that go with
I
the
mean,
player, though?
Because if there's a saloon up in heaven that's playing some music, I'm not going to take a record player.
Right.
That's true.
So what are the laws here?
You could just use them in the afterlife. So we'll say there is a saloon. Your heaven is a saloon.
Okay, I'm taking an endless supply. Do I have to go 1 cigar or just cigars in general?
I think you would have to take one unless you took 3 separate ones.
Davidoff, Winston Churchill. I'm going to go endless bottles of Avalar Abernad. Got my smokes, my drinks, and then I'm assuming in heaven they give you some wardrobe.
I would.
So I'm not going suit.
You're buried in a suit, anyways.
Are we allowed to count a dog as a thing? Or since it's living?
Companion, I'll allow it.
Yeah, we'll allow it.
I'm going to go with Kylo Ren, dude. Best guy I've ever met.
That is his dog.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you went dog and you said Kylo Ren, so it's kind of an odd choice. Okay,
Dude.
dog there.
This dog, I'm being so serious. The best dog I've ever had, even though he's tore up the most shit. Like,
Maybe not the best dog physically.
what do you mean? Like,
Just
just that
tearing up shit
he just tears up shit.
constantly.
Not
Still,
constantly. Not constantly. He stopped.
for
Like-
like what, a week?
No, dude. When he was a puppy, he tore up way
You
too much
just
shit.
said he tore up your phone charger like 3 days ago.
Yeah, but that was my fault for having it on the floor, just unplugged.
It's a man that takes responsibility for his own actions.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not your fault because he shouldn't still be tearing up shit.
Dude, he saw a bright white cord, and he was like, this is a toy, for sure. But no, coolest dog I've ever had, smartest dog I've ever had. I'd go with Kylo Ren all day long. If we're going like some kind of a drink to sip on, I know that you guys are going to frown upon this because you guys are like real.
SoCo all day.
No, dude, Crown Caramel. Salted caramel crown.
And I'm fine with that.
And then.
But again, if there's a saloon in heaven, they probably have that on tap.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, this is
Although-
your heaven.
They do. They should have my
So
Aberlour.
make your heaven and then think of 3 things that you bring in extra.
Tell you what, okay, assuming they have nothing, I'm going to take my smokes, my whiskey, and a Sinatra vinyl with record player.
Dude, I think I gave one of the best Christmas presents I've ever given today. Because
Does it answer the question?
Vinyl just brought this up, so I thought about it. So
So
my
sharing a vape?
fuck yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Hey, there's brotherhood. Yes, that's why I lost Cam Trivia, because I don't share vapes with my man.
My buddy
Exactly.
got a vinyl player for Christmas, so I got him the extended cut of Tyler the Creator's newest album on vinyl. But it came with 2 extra vinyls. I think it was Goblin and then one other album. And they were this both like reflective sapphire blue and then like an emerald thing.
That's tight.
And then the tag on the album was like, it just said like yard sale or something, but it was so cool looking, dude. One of the best presents I've given this year.
Dude, speaking of, this has nothing to do with anything that was asked,
Even better.
but Shaylee got me a heater for the garage.
Does
Dude,
that woman love you or what?
I ran it for an hour. That's it. It has a timer and a remote and everything. I ran it for an hour. It was just cooling off when I left.
That's crazy because I've worked at 2 places now that sell heaters, and I know they run up your electric bill.
And it's an oscillating heater, too.
Oh, even better.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's nice.
You put the right ring on the right finger.
you
Hit
did.
the wife lottery, dude.
You really did. But
Cam, in heaven, you're 2 items. You're 3 items,
3.
I should say.
Oh, man.
Barbecue smoker, tough to go against.
I didn't even
But
think about that.
You would think St. Pete could probably smoke up some nice ribs.
I was thinking, Jesus.
I'm gonna need my grill.
Because you got to be in control, you know?
Dude,
I would prefer to be in control. Plus,
So your grill, does that include your go-to spatula?
yes,
Has to.
yes, it does. Which has changed,
Whoa.
by the way.
Whoa. This is actually significant news.
The brown spatula is for special events only.
Okay.
So
Your new daily spatula.
yeah, but I would take the brown spatula because in heaven every day is a special event.
In heaven, the Browns win a Super Bowl every year.
Exactly, that's great in my heaven.
Yeah, in all of our heavens.
It is a nice Cinderella story.
Because in my heaven, even in my heaven, Dallas is not a win ever.
It's the same Super Bowl too. Joe Flacco led. We took the Ravens out in the divisional.
And Joe Flacco beats whom in the Super Bowl?
The Niners.
I don't know if that'd do it for me. I would love for it to be like the Tampa Bay Brady.
Oh, that would be classic.
I would love for that.
Baker gets hurt next week.
But if it's heaven, I'm going to do Patrick Mahomes.
Theoretically, who went to the Rams for some reason.
Sure.
Yeah. I like that.
Grill. My library.
Extensive and well-deserved.
That is a good pick. Any kind of a rhythm game for me, I feel like. I've loved
What,
rhythm
Guitar
games.
Hero?
Guitar Hero?
Yeah,
I do have Guitar Hero downstairs.
I
He
know
does.
you do. I may be too drunk to like actually play.
It's still fun.
but
If you were stone sober, I'd kick your ass 2 times over.
I've heard,
You've
dude.
seen the videos of Austin
I've-
playing
I've
guitar.
that
heard
was
and
me
I've
on
seen.
an off night, no less.
It was.
Dude, here I was thinking that I was cool because I was
you
able
thought
to,
that, but you thought wrong.
I was able to 100% the hand that feeds.
Hey, any Hyundai is a nice accomplishment.
Dude, I know
On
Cam's
easy.
no expert.
By the most underrated band of all time, 9 Inch Nails, by the way.
But I know that Cam's hating on Fortnite, but seriously, what they've done for rhythm games lately has been crazy. Because I've seen
If it was compatible with an actual remote, that'd be awesome.
but the only reason that it's not is because they don't have it out yet. They're releasing the guitar here in the next couple months.
I did not know that.
They are?
They are. They're releasing a guitar that hooks up with just normal USB that you can plug into the PS5.
Is it the same 3.3? I don't. Yeah, that's not
That's
Guitar Hero.
lame.
That's not Guitar Hero.
Or wait, no,
I
it's
need a button, dude.
it's the 5 buttons and then the little strummer.
Return the 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
Nice.
my god.
because expert mode on Fortnite is the 5 buttons on your controller. But a lot of people, what they're doing is hooking up a USB adapter and using the old Guitar Hero controllers, so they're just playing with the Guitar Hero.
Game over.
Yeah. And dude, the songs they have on there is bangers. Like, so serious.
I mean, just go to the mod site and make any song you
It's
can
clone,
think of.
like Clone Hero is a real thing, right?
And it's
But-
also like you have to pay for the songs if you want them all. They're on a free rotation.
Yeah.
They're on a free rotation, which
But
I'm
it's,
fine
they
with.
also kind of strayed away from strictly just rock.
They did.
So it's like Lady Gaga's on there and that kind of thing.
What are you playing?
Which
the vocal
I feel
line,
like
or-
for me, I would rather just play Beat Saber for songs like that.
I've been watching a lot of TikTok on DJ Hero.
DJ Hero
Dude,
looks sick.
Never had it.
I never had it.
But
I
it does
wanted it so
Fun as
bad.
hell.
It does.
There was one time I tried to convince my mom to buy me turntables for Christmas.
Like actual turntables.
Yeah.
Dude,
If you had gotten those,
Could you
would
imagine if
not
I
be
was
here.
DJ Cam?
Dude,
that'd be
you'd be in
so
a club
cool.
right now, just making it bang.
Right now, what I'm working on.
If you were a
is-
DJ Cam, your go-to mix 2 songs
Oh,
together
dude.
to kill the
tough.
crowd.
That's
While you
tough,
think
dude.
about that, I wanted to actually
But I have to do my third buried item too. Got the
No.
grill, the library. Oh man. Probably
Nope.
my old dog Miley, dude.
Dude,
Okay.
Miley was so good.
I almost want to push back. I feel like dogs can't be considered an
'Cause they'll
item,
already be
you
there.
know? Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
All
that's
dogs
true.
go to heaven. So both you and Shane pick a new item. It's an item, not a loved one. And you can't go Crocs or Hey Dudes.
What about the moccasin slips, dude?
I've noticed
Ooh.
those. Better than both your Crocs and your Hey Dudes.
Now I have 2 pairs of slips that I alternate from.
Comfy, right?
Yeah.
they look it. I'm
Pretty
kind of
nice.
actually am a little bit jealous.
You know, as much as I hate on it,
I'm gonna be honest. Probably the S&S banner.
My SNS banner,
dude,
Mine.
if it was up in heaven, we'd probably go to the moon.
We'd have to join our heavens together.
At some point, we'd meet.
I
But
hate on it.
That's one of my proudest things. Creations.
I hate on this a lot, and you guys know this. But seriously, dude, if there's one thing
But it's
that
not
I
that
have,
bad.
it's the red.
K-pop.
It's the Red Rocket, the Monte Carlo. Feels like home. I've been driving it for like 4 years.
The Silver Bullet is tough to beat, but I don't know if I wouldn't be driving around.
You got to think, in heaven, you could probably get any vehicle you want.
I know that.
I
but
would
like,
probably
but
still rock the Silver Bullet.
When you do have an emotional connection to your vehicle, when
The-
you've done so many things in that back seat, especially, so many memories back there,
the Red Rocket just feels like home.
you got to take it along, right?
Yeah, dude, for sure. I can't just throw that in some junkyard. Are you kidding me? It's only got 140,000 miles on it
And counting.
and counting. But what was I saying before we got back to the heaven talk?
You were saying I think you're due for a drink, actually.
I
Correct.
believe so.
You boys are due for a drink.
But
And holding your own. Salute.
dude, rhythm games in general are just so fun. Like every time you mess up, you can't blame it on anyone else. It's just my fingers were autistic for a second. But the songs they've added to Fortnite honestly are really fun.
Look, do we count Fortnite rhythm? Really?
Yes, we do. On expert mode, absolutely we do. On a controller, for sure. Because expert mode Fortnite is not hard, like 100% stuff, but like there's some songs like I by Kendrick harder than any chart that I've done in a while.
But it's not a guitar chart.
No, it is, because you can pick between drums, lead, bass, and vocals. If you go vocals on a Kendrick song, you're done for.
I mean, that makes sense. It's a rap song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're-
it changed.
but
No
even
offense, you don't quite strap me as the greatest rapper alive.
even the bass chart on that, so hard. Because you know at the end of that song there's a huge bass solo.
It makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. It's difficult. Like it's not like it's just easy for little kids. Like if you throw it on expert, it's really fun. It brings
Alright.
me back to like when I was younger
Next
playing with my dad.
Question. Who would you want to narrate your life?
Oh, there's so many great answers here. Gut says Morgan Freeman. Too obvious. I'm going to say no.
Way too obvious.
Call me crazy, but for the pure fun, and as much as I love her, and it's to be so entertaining, Sofia Vergara. That accent going through every minute of my life, sign me up.
That's fair.
I'm blanking on the guy's name now, but I'm pulling it up.
I'll be honest.
Richard
Black.
Attenborough, a Jack Black classic answer
That
again.
would be a good one.
I would want Jack Black
For
for
you
sure.
especially, that'd be a classic fit.
Yeah. Or Adam Sandler.
Sandman could also apply. Theo Vaughn, I think it'd be great for you.
That would be a good one. Tobey Maguire, just because of like if you watch The Great Gatsby, his narration in that movie is so good.
Okay.
I respect it because it's personal, but it wouldn't have crossed my mind.
Dude,
I'm not
honestly,
hating. I'm not hating.
like that movie in general, top 5 in my picks. Just because I remember, I'll never forget when I was supposed to read the whole book for a book report in high school.
What you didn't do.
I did not do.
Thank
Toby
you, Cliff
did
Notes.
not write the book, by the way.
He did not. That was F. Scott Fitzgerald.
You know what's ironic?
Nice pull.
As much as I loved reading, I could not do book reports.
No,
Dude,
they're
as
so
much as I
hard.
hated reading, I killed book reports.
You know
Did you
why
really?
I couldn't do it? Is because I hated someone telling me what to read.
Yeah.
It's a very fair point.
If you really think
I
about
didn't even dislike the books. I just
No.
wouldn't do it because you told me to read it.
the idea of having to read this and write this and turn it in.
Like, I didn't even care about the book report part. Let me pick my book.
the entire education system as a whole is just stupid.
Expand on that, Shane. Go on.
So I did 2 years of an education major in college, and this idea that we're supposed to like standardize people's score There's a really good quote that's like, yeah, you'll think people stupid if you tell a fish to climb a tree. It's true. Like, if you have people that are so smart in one category, but you're forcing them to sit there and conform to your idea that you're supposed to be able to tear apart this book and find, like, the underlying theme of it, like, yeah, you're going to think they're stupid, but if you hand them, like, a welder, they're going to be great at it. It should be more into, like, catering towards people's, like, what they're good at, you know?
That's the most philosophical thing I've ever heard Shane say. And I entirely agree.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was in school and there were people that I would see that I'm like, oh, dude, this guy's kind of dumb. But, like, now they're in an auto body shop making more money than I do because they know their way around a car and they know, like, the engineering aspect of stuff. It's crazy. And, like, I got to see that firsthand. And there were people in my college classes that were like, I don't even know how you got here, man. Like, your parents paid your way in here. And the fact that they can be more successful than the people who were forced into an education system that is built to tear them down is stupid. You know?
2 years as an education
Some
major right there.
real wisdom dropped in the 3.5 hour mark, question mark, of SNS.
3:15.
Oh, killing it.
That was just something, like, that's why I stopped education, because I realized, like, how stupid our system is and that I don't want to be a part of that.
Oh, overall, absolutely.
Agreed. Now we're getting a little deep with this one.
Let's go, baby.
What is an issue or a problem that you're currently grappling with?
Like personally or globally or as far as the
Personal
country
issue.
goes?
I'm going to say mine's laziness, 100%.
Yeah, procrastination goes a long way.
Like, I hate, I don't know what I need to do to motivate myself, but when I get motivated, it's great. But that getting to that point just takes me forever.
In the same vein, I guess willpower. Because I've laid out plans so many times to the utmost detail and then execute it for a week, 2 weeks, and then you fall back off it.
More fun issue, my hair.
Dude,
You know what? I wanted to mention overall, as far as the show's concerned, hair-wise,
Worst hair over here.
Cams, you're going out, which I respect. I think you should do.
I'm buzzing it
Do you-
Friday.
Make the
You
announcement.
said that,
Make
dude.
the official announcement on
I am
air.
buzzing my hair Friday.
Locked in.
Locked in.
No going back.
No going back.
I think it's a great move.
See, I don't, dude. I feel like you bought the keeps. You just wasted
Didn't
your
work,
money.
dude.
It
No,
did work for a while, though.
No.
No, it didn't.
No, shaved
it
head,
not?
full beard.
I'm going buzzed head.
I think it's your definite look. Any pushback from the wife?
She's all for it.
Is she?
Shane,
Yeah.
you have a lot of real estate there.
Yeah, that's because I texted my barber and asked him to get me in before Christmas, and he said he would, but then he didn't. So,
Okay, negative response. I was being positive. A lot of real estate. You can style that to a decent, to a great hairstyle and or haircut.
I can, but the thing is, at this point, it's just so unmanageable that I almost feel like I have to wear a hat
No,
or
go
something.
to a decent barber.
Don't wear hats, dude.
Hats kill your hair.
Avoid them as much as possible.
No, but it's just like a beanie that, like, presses it all down. I
Don't
don't
do
like
it.
fold it back behind a hat or anything.
Don't do it.
You have long locks, healthy hair.
I do, which I honestly don't understand how, because
Don't
I
be
just
like me,
use
dude.
Head and Shoulders.
Head and Shoulders is great.
I don't think it's the best for your hair,
Troy
though.
Polamalu, dude.
Shampoo I use.
Is it?
Sure.
Troy
Okay.
Polamalu
Well,
wouldn't
not really.
sponsor a bad hair brand.
That's true. He's a stand-up
I
guy.
do use salon quality shampoo and conditioner, but you have a great head of hair.
Thank you. I appreciate
You can
that.
maintain that if
I
you
hope to.
chose to take care of it,
I do, usually.
but even more so.
Yeah, I need to.
Because I'll be honest, your style right now,
Not the best.
no.
No.
What does Michaela want?
Haircut.
Guess what? Screw that. What do you want?
A haircut.
Okay.
Scheduled, what's today, the 26th?
Correct.
Currently,
Yeah, I have a haircut scheduled the 28th, so should be in a lot better
And-
condition back.
what are you gunning for?
Wait. You're going to Cleveland on the 28th.
Yeah, I have it, like, early in the morning, like 11 or something.
You're cutting it close, dude.
That's
How
a hell
long's
of
your
a day.
haircuts?
Fine.
It's a long day.
Worst case scenario, honestly, my barber's kind of an asshole. Kind of wanted to switch anyway.
I know a guy.
Do you?
He's in Fairborn.
Okay, that's not that far of a drive.
The point is, I would hate to see your great canvas of hair ruined by a bad barber.
So my buddy Thomas has like the same kind of hair as I do, and he started going to this new barber because the one that we went to was like demanding that we only pay in cash so that he doesn't get taxed on it. And then when we would pay with the card and then tip like 15 in cash, he'd get all mad about it.
Bottle pool. It's time.
Does that one count?
Yeah.
I think not.
It doesn't.
So he'd get mad that we were paying like the actual bill with card, and then he was getting like his under the table cash, which I really don't understand because you're already getting your under the table. Like, are we really evading taxes that bad?
Salute, Jane.
But this new barber he goes to does a really good job on him, so I'll probably go to that one.
I'll be honest. I think if you actually made a real push for it, you could take over best hair on the show.
You could.
I need to really like find a good barber.
You
though,
just need
dude.
to find a style you like. Instead
I
of
know.
just
That's your main
letting
thing. You have the real
It just
estate.
sits there.
I know. That's the thing. I don't know how I want to style it because I feel like the comb over is like,
Dude, you don't have the hair for a comb over.
no,
Yeah, so
I don't.
go for that.
But I don't even know what to go for. That's the thing.
You could rock a Timothy Chalamet, kind of just messy out of bed.
Google.
I can't do that much hair because, dude, you don't understand. When you have
You
fire,
think I don't understand?
no. When you have fire gear on, you have to have this hood on, and it's
Okay,
made
but
out
you're not
of.
going for post-fire gear hair.
No, but when I'm in the fire gear and I have the hood on, it's actually like 10 times hotter.
Yeah, but you don't need hair then. You're going for date night hair. What's your go-to?
Date night
You
hair?
and Michaela going out Friday night. What's your
It's
hairstyle?
that right there.
No.
It is right now, yes. But that's not it.
No. I don't want long hair because I know it's miserable in that fire hood because I've had it on in the fire. It's not fun.
Take your phones off. Give it a mess. You've got property. You've got real estate.
So much, dude. I envy you.
Honestly, you could tell any barber, make me sexy.
See, I've tried that, dude, and he just cuts most of it off.
Which maybe is not the wrong
You need
answer.
to go to a more modern style barber.
I thought he was modern, honestly.
Obviously not if he's just going straight to the fade.
Maybe, but I don't even know what to do with it. That's the thing.
I could see you with a straight if you pull all that back, undercut straight up, fade sides back, volume on top.
Michaela said no to a mullet. I don't want a mullet.
I would love a mullet, but you can't do that.
No. I don't know what there is other than that. I feel like
What I just told you.
there's
Just Google men's hairstyles and find one you like.
Again, you have a good hairline. You cut the sides back, shave down. Not even shave down. Slightly faded down. You keep your volume on top. You pull it back. You're right there.
Is the stash that bad? You guys joke about it a lot, but is it actually bad?
If you go just stash, yes.
It is?
So don't go just stash.
Right now it's bad. Like just stash.
It's the best it's been.
It's not good.
See, I
But
don't want
it's
to go
not a
baby
great
face
stash.
though, and I'm not allowed to have facial hair because I have to be able to put on the
You
the
can only
mask.
have a stash.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't know. The stash is not it. Can you grow a
Now, I'll be
chin
honest.
strap?
Hang on. We
No.
have to see the stash with a haircut
Yeah,
to really make the call.
that is true. Right
Tell you
now
what,
I just kind of
from
look
today
homeless.
forward, go haircut. What, Thursday afternoon?
Yeah.
Hit that. Let the beard, let all your facial hair go.
No.
I
It's
can't let
just
the
the
beard
stash.
go. I'm not allowed to let the beard go.
How short is your regulation?
Regulation is smooth face, just a stash.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we need to see haircut with the stash.
I want to think haircut baby face and then grow and see where it goes from there.
I don't know if I can do baby face though.
Well, to fix the stash, you have to shave it.
Yeah, you got
I
to
know,
recreate scorched earth.
but Michaela likes the porn star stash.
It'll come back.
I know it will, but it will take time.
But haircut, no stash, that could reign supreme.
Haircut stash is the move. Don't listen to Austin.
Okay. I'll listen to Cam strictly because my girlfriend says she likes the stash.
As the stash expert, I concede, go haircut stash, see what happens. Worst case, you
And if
can shave it
there's
off.
one thing I have to know, it's facial hair.
You do reign supreme in that argument.
You do, and that's the only hair you'll have left after Friday.
Exactly.
Are you going smooth shave,
No,
dude?
I'm going buzz.
I cannot
Okay.
wait for buzzed, bearded Cam with the pipe next show.
I feel like he's going to be like a lot more opinionated.
More
How?
so than now.
Yeah,
That's
How is that
impossible.
possible?
somehow.
No
Somehow
chance.
you're going to find a way.
No chance.
No chance.
There's a way.
We got another question. Do you eat food well past its due date
Hell no.
if it still smells and looks okay?
Hell no.
Due date.
Dude.
What does that mean?
Like the expiration date.
No.
I know that. The joke is if it doesn't matter. If it smells good, looks good, I'm eating it.
I'm not
Exactly.
eating it, dude.
I'm with you on that one, brother.
There's no way. Like
I'm fine.
Like
Shane,
meat?
you believe Walmart propaganda?
Dude, if it's meat or like a protein, I will not eat it. If it's something like bread, then I will.
Okay, meat has
That's
like
way worse.
a week or two.
Freeze by date. So if I can freeze it,
Oh, freeze by is a whole different
Freeze
category.
by, yeah, dude. You can freeze whatever you want by and eat it
however,
whenever.
bread starts to mold.
No, but if you look at it, there's no mold. It looks fine. It feels fine. You're fine.
Is there any other mold on the loaf?
I don't see any. I'm eating it.
Bread is way
Yeah.
worse to do.
So peel the Best By date sticker off. If there's no mold, I'm eating it.
Yeah.
That's,
Bread?
Yeah.
If it's not hard, it feels good, smells
Also,
good.
refrigerate your bread. Lasts
Yeah.
longer.
It does. The freeze by date's completely different though, because my mom and I had a conversation about this when she like made a bunch of like homemade stuff and then froze it, and I'm like, I don't know how long you can realistically hold on to that. And she's like, oh, you can hold on to it forever. And I'm like, no. I feel like,
Not if you cooked it already.
yeah, because my mom makes the best chicken and noodles I've ever had in my life.
Not possible.
It's possible, dude.
Chicken and noodles is such a family-based.
I'm being
recipe.
so serious. I'll bring it in.
So
because
yes, it will be the best you've ever had,
she's just made it.
but I can't legally say it's the best I've ever had.
Cam, she made it yesterday.
It's just like fried chicken.
She made it yesterday.
Because I believe both of you.
I'll bring it in. It is so good. She hand makes the noodles, like the pasta that goes with it.
She was her
she'll-
own pasta press.
Yes. She'll like, and the thing is,
does go a long
she
way.
doesn't use one of like the pasta machines, like the kitchen made stuff. She hand cuts it. It's so good. I'll bring it in the next time we're here.
Bet.
um,
Promise.
I promise.
And the last
on air.
question we have is a have you ever question.
Okay.
Have you ever mistakenly texted your aunt for a booty call?
No, I have not.
This was a pointed question, of course. I have once accidentally sent a text to the wrong Jessica asking if she wanted to come over before work and, have a good time, right?
Did she?
But sometimes you hit the wrong Jessica
Did she
in
come
your
over?
contacts. She did, but not the right she came over.
Were you surprised?
No. Nope, that was exactly how it should have been.
Were you aware of the mistake as soon as it happened?
No. Nope, until the next afternoon when
she
I
said,
woke
yeah,
up
I'll
and
come
saw
over.
the return text that said, appropriate response. But, you live and learn, It's one of those things. Shane, question, comment, concern?
Did his aunt send that question in?
No, his uncle did.
No, my uncle probably. Once again, the hilarious and classic Uncle Sean.
And to close out, Uncle Sean wants to ask one more time, how does Uncle Sean rule so hard?
God, there's so many different ways to answer that. Arguably top 3, if not top 1 fan of SNS.
He's got to be, dude.
Dude, Uncle Steve is up there.
Strong fight. I'm thinking maybe Steve Sean cage match. Best fan title on the line. Get a belt made up.
I'm going to be honest, dude. I didn't know this guy was that big of a fan, but David, big fan.
David.
Again, another
Lynch?
Shane name
Oh,
drop.
really?
Yeah.
I know him, though.
He came up and he was like, dude, I just saw the pictures. I didn't realize that you were like constantly on the show. I thought it was like a one-off.
Well, it was.
Great promo, Shane.
Yeah.
Glad you promote the show.
It
Yeah.
was a one-off, if you want to look at it that way. I mean,
It was.
Your first,
but-
4 months was a total of one show.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, shout out to David Lynch. I went to school with him. He was one of my good buds.
David
Dude.
Lynch, legendary filmmaker.
I love David. Honestly, one of the few coworkers that I'll miss.
David probably has my most epic creation that we created together.
Is that
What
a fact?
was it?
So we had to do a school project on Newton's 3 laws, and we made a rap.
What do you mean?
He downloaded a beat, we mixed the beat, then we all rapped through his microphone at his house. And I
Do we have
believe
footage or audio of that?
I'm sure
I think
David
it's still
does.
on SoundCloud.
If I make it to work tomorrow, I'll get it.
You call off, dumbass.
I haven't called off yet. I'll text him right now.
I think it should be still on SoundCloud, actually.
Shane, do you smell that? Smells to
do.
me like a fresh pack of Marlboro Red.
Whew.
Just calling your name.
Dude, are we getting the side of intimidating a DoorDash driver with that?
You know what? I will DoorDash. Intimidation up in the air. Probably shouldn't. I don't think we will. One man in a Santa hat. One man in a.
He'll take the Santa hat off
I
the
won't.
second
My
we
hair's
stop
too bad.
recording.
One
Let's
guy
see it.
in a
The Santa hat's
raccoon
been
hat.
on all day.
Can we please see the Santa hat or the hair without
You're
the
looking
Santa
at it.
hat?
No hair till Friday. So it's all gone.
So we don't get a look at those luscious locks
Not
until
one last
Friday.
time, dude.
Tune in come next show for the first ever cue ball. Cameron the Vank Winklewitz.
So are you
I
Shave
don't know about
head.
cue ball, but
so are you just gonna
Close
rock the buzz until it's all gone? Or are you gonna grow it back out like
if
how
I
it
like
is?
the buzz,
No.
I might just skin it.
There's no growing back out. This
You're
is
gonna
now or
skin
never.
it?
If I like the buzz, I think I'll just knock it all off.
That's crazy.
I think love it, stay with it, and that's that.
Yeah, dude, you can't skin it after you buzz it. Just leave it like the buzz.
We'll see.
There's no way that your hair's so gone that you can't just rock a buzz.
It's pretty bad, dude.
Shane,
it?
do you want to comment to the final episode of 2023 to all the listeners, fans, people that you love, me and Cam? What do you got?
We love all of you. I love these two. This has been an amazing year. Probably one of the best I've ever had. And 24 should be just as good. And I would just like to say that I am very drunk right now.
Checks out.
And I'm calling off work as we speak.
Amen, brother.
And I hope all of you do the same. Because if you think about it, they can't really fire you because most places are understaffed right now.
I would not take that advice.
Take that advice. No one's going to
Quote
fire
unquote.
Don't take that advice, but you know what we always say here. S&S.
To the moon.